This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
I'm KJ Wright from the Seattle Seahawks, and you're watching NorbCam.
Ken Easley of the Seattle Seahawks, and you're watching NorbCam.
What's up, 12s? It's Logan Tuba with the Seattle Seahawks, and you're watching NorbCam.
I'm DK Metcalf from the Seattle Seahawks, and you're watching NorbCam.
What's up, everybody? This is NorbCam coming at you. Wildcard game number 2 on Wildcard Sunday. Yes, it's the Eagles versus the Packers. Should be a good one. So far, the games of this weekend have been pretty much dominated by home team blowouts. So I'm hoping for a much more exciting game in this one as the Packers go up to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, to see how Jordan Love can fare against this Eagles team, who is the favorite here by, what is the spread here right now? I think it's 5.5 points going into it. Yes, if I check the BetUS, they are indeed 5.5 point favorites at home. So we'll see what happens here. Wanted to let you guys also know that if you are on the NorbCourt Discord, I will be chatting with you guys live during breaks, as we did the last couple streams I've done with these wildcard games. So Discord's quiet right now, but I'm sure people will be jumping on shortly. I'll put the link. The link is in the description, but I'll put the link to this video or to the Discord as well in the chat shortly. So let's get set here. Pretty excited about this particular game. Again, just it should be a fun one. Pretty evenly matched teams, both with good running games, good quarterbacks. It's going to be fun to see who comes out on top. And national anthem right now. They got the full flag going over the whole field. Very nicely done. National anthem on a saxophone. You don't hear that very often. All right. Almost set for kickoff just in a moment. Michael O'Neill, about time. I haven't been able to find you for weeks. Welcome back, Mr. Podcast. Well, you haven't been able to find me because I haven't been on here, Michael, as I've told many of the others earlier on these broadcasts I just finally gotten back into this weekend. I've been away on vacation with the family on a 2-week cruise to Asia. Really was gone for almost 3 weeks, if you include the time getting there and getting back. So Alena is here. Alena, a long time no see. But yeah, so just getting back into it. Got back Tuesday of last week, so I've not even been back a week since returning from that trip. But had a great time. Basically flew from Seattle to Taipei, Taiwan. It was about a little under 11-hour flight. And then took the ship from 2 stops from Taipei, another stop in Taiwan, then went to the Philippines for 5 stops there, then to Brunei, or Brunei, to Malaysia next door, back up to Vietnam, which was some rough waters, and then from Vietnam down to Singapore for a couple days, and that was where the journey ended. Flew back from Singapore to Taipei and back to Seattle. So it's the most stops I've ever been to in most countries I have not been to. The Philippines, the only exception to that. So it was a great trip spent with my family, my parents, and my sister's family as well. Only one who wasn't there was my niece, because she couldn't make the trip, and her husband, but otherwise a lot of fun. And first time ever on a cruise ship for 2 weeks. Every cruise that I've had the opportunity to do was one week. So yeah, the only drawback to that was because of the ship and the internet that was available didn't have the ability to really stream anything. In fact, I couldn't even really watch any highlights until we finally got into places with stronger Wi-Fi. And so I didn't really see any images from games till way after. So I missed the Vikings game, just was able to keep up with the play-by-play and was able to watch the scoreboard updates on the Bears game, the Bears fiasco of a game. And let's see, what was it? I have a picture. There's a picture of me and my dad in the Philippines, in the back of a, let me turn this brightness down, in the back of a tricycle, basically a motorbike with a little sidecar, a enlarged sidecar added to it. That was us riding with my nephew in the back, and I was basically just yelling out play-by-play, saying, okay, the Seahawks have the ball, got the stop at the 35-yard line, oh, we have to punt again, and a lot of punts in that game. Anyway, that was just a glimpse of what it was like on our journey. The most unique viewing experience for a football game. Okay, here we go. Eagles won the toss. I think let's see, did they elect to defer? I got the white towels going on. You can kind of see it a little bit down there. The scoreboard will be popping up there. Eagles deferred to the second half. And this kick will be taken. He's going to take it out. 5, 10 to the 15. And the number's 20, 25. Bang! Ooh! Oh, ball's out! And the Eagles got it. A hard hit at the 17 or the 18-yard line. Oh, man, he took a shot. Eagles say they have it, and they do. Holy mackerel, that's a big deal right there. Yeah, he just took a shot. I mean, he just leveled him to his back. Ball came out, and immediately the Eagles get it. I would probably, head-to-head shot. And, he had it for a second. He had it actually for most of it, and somehow lost it in the scrum. Because it looked like the Packers had it, and he was laying on it before it got wrestled from his hands. But we'll see. They have to evaluate this turnover here and determine whether it was indeed a clear recovery or not. Going to shave this scoreboard a little bit here. That hit by Burks, but the ball did kind of get recovered by the returner, and then he's laying on it, and it looks like it's right there. He's got it in his lap, which would, to me, tell me that should be down by contact with possession, so the Packers might just get a break and get this ball. Right there, it's sitting on his lap, and then it gets wrestled away after the fact. But we'll see. Right now, the call is in favor of the Eagles. See if they overturn it. Oh, get the hit. Oh, my God. Bam. Michael O'Neill, thank you very much. Kick up, what's happening? Alena, yeah, Bills dominating the Broncos. Not too surprised. Norb, general outlook on the Seahawks season, success or no? Oh, they say ruling stands. It's going to go to the Eagles. What a break for the Eagles and a bad break for the Packers right off the bat. Trouble early on. Ooh, that's not good for the... Get my scoreboard tweaked out here. All right, here we go. First down inside the red zone, just like that. What a break. What a way to start at home. Hurts going to give it to Saquon. Bounces it outside. Look at him go. Spin move. Breaks free. First down to the 12. Right off the bat. 16-yard run. Telling you, playoff teams' running game is your best friend, man. Breaks the arm tackle. Makes a cut right there. Breaks that tackle. Keeps pushing. Man, right away, physical. First and 10 at the 12. Hurts under center, hands off to Saquon again, looking for a hole. This time not much there. I guess 1 yard, and that's it. Second and down and 9. Kick up. Oh, I want to know my outlook on the season. I did this in the last broadcast, but I'll do it again. I did a quick look at the season ahead and just went okay, win, loss. I'll show you what I think the record will be for Seattle on a very, very uninformed, rough guesstimate. Sam Dog is in the house here. Hurts to throw. Plenty of protection all day. All day. He could cook burgers back there and rips it. Touchdown. Philly in the back of the end zone to Dotson. Easy. Man, you get that kind of time, someone's going to get open. I mean, he just had a protective force field around him, nobody could penetrate and get within 2 yards of him. He just stood there I'm just going to sit here and wait for my friends to get open. And well, look at it. Yes, the linemen don't even do anything. They're dancing. That's crazy. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlight, what's happening? Yeah, Falcons fire their first year DC. Yeah, there's a lot of firing going on. Sam Dog, yes, your TV's ahead. Everybody's TV's ahead. For some reason, I got the slowest. Extra point is good. I have the slowest in Xfinity Comcast connection here, where my broadcast is a solid minute behind the actual game, which is weird because if I put it on my phone and I use the app here, it's ahead here too. So it's just something about the signal coming into the house. It's just a slow, delayed signal. I might have to look into getting one of those HD antennas that just you kind of put on your wall or your house, and it just goes in directly, and that's real time. Well, close to real time as the broadcasters put out there. Alena, do not post what happens ahead of NorbCam. You'll be timed out. Alena, correct that whip. Alec or Marcus, how do you feel about the Seahawks missing the playoffs? How do you feel about the Seahawks missing the playoffs? Well, it sucks, man. Now, I kind of agree with a lot of people that we probably would have looked a lot like the Broncos and all the other teams that were sort of like the underdogs. Now, we would have had a home game, but even that, it's not even we have this great home field advantage because we are 7-1 on the road and 3-5, 3-6 at home. I mean, not much of a home field advantage. So it's not hey, we got a home field game. It's going to be great. That even has been a struggle. So, again, it's less, while Geno's got his shortcomings, it's less about a Geno problem to me than it is that we have a running game problem. Because if you can't run the football, if you can't convert 3rd and 1, if you can't punch it in when you're inside the red zone or inside the 10-yard line, you can't confidently say, let's just run the football in the end zone, then bad things will happen to the quarterback. There's just too much pressure to put on him. And every one of these great quarterbacks has a great run game. This game right here, examples of that. Baltimore, great run game. The Bills, good run game. Who else? I'm not so sure about the Houston. Houston was a weird game yesterday because Houston's score was dominating, but they didn't really dominate the game. They had like a slow start, and it was really the Chargers sort of doing it to themselves with the turnovers, and it was the defense that really won that game. So say it was great defense by the Houston Texans or say just terrible play by Justin Herbert. One or the other. I mean, it was just more about the ineptness of the Chargers offense. And because they had a drive in the beginning, they should have had 2 touchdowns, and they only had 6 points to show for it. Again, kind of like the Seahawks, getting down the field, lots of yards, and then they can't finish the drive. And the turnovers kill it, too. So here's the kick. Let's see what happens on this kick return. This 20 cuts back across the field, back still on the 20, 22, and he's tackled down at the 23. Ooh, there's a flag down. That was almost a horse collar. There is a flag, but it's probably a hold. Probably a illegal block in the back or a hold. They'll bring it back to the 10-yard line. Marcus, you're really behind. I cannot do anything about it. This is well, let me see if I can speed up a little bit. I might have gone back a little bit, actually. Hold on. I am a little bit behind. All right. Because I went back because I wanted to look at something. So I guess I can get up a little bit more up to speed, but I am really behind no matter what. 1st and 10. Let's just see. I might be able to jump ahead a few more seconds, but I'm always going to be behind. Love to throw. Middle of the field. Overthrown. Picked. Oh, you should have picked it off, buddy. You should have picked it off. All right, here you go. I am live now. This is as up to date as I get. Handoff, delayed handoff, up the middle, 2 yards, and that's it. 3rd and 8 coming up. All right, I am fully refreshed. I am live as far as my TV signal is concerned. I was not completely live earlier, but I am now. Sam Dog wants to know, tell me what my top 6 Seahawks wins of the 2024 season were. That's a good question. We'll have to think about that one. I know you did a video about that. I was just getting back from my trip, so I was unfortunately not able to join you. Here you go, 3rd and 8. Big down for the Packers. No, he's in trouble. He escapes. Goes deep, left sideline. Nobody there. Incomplete, and it's 4th down and 8. Packers off to a bad, slow start here. He's lucky to get sacked. All right. Well, I wait for this punt, then I'm going to answer that question that Sam Dog had about the Seahawks. Best wins. Out of the 10 wins, what were their top 6? Interesting that you went top 6, not like top 5. Usually top 5 is the number. Boom. Here's the kick. Taken at the 35. Oh, he's hit immediately right there. No return. So the Eagles will be at the 35-yard line when the game resumes. Okay. Let's see. Question, which were the signature wins of the 2024 season? Well, let's kind of go week by week. Let's do a quick review. Actually, I can go split the screen here and show this. There we go. So we had the Broncos, Patriots, Dolphins, then a bunch of losses. Falcons, Bills, Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Jets, Cardinals, loss, loss, win, win. Okay. Boy, so you look at it, it's like, it's hard to find some really quality wins in there. I'd probably say the first one was the Broncos game. As it turns out, we caught the Broncos at probably their weakest state, being that they played really well down the stretch. Of course, got walloped today in the playoffs, but they did make it to the playoffs. So that was an important win to get that first one right there. So I'd say that would be win number one, the Broncos. Patriots, that kind of sucked. Dolphins, we were playing without Tua, so I wouldn't even count that one. Lions lost, Giants lost, Niners lost, Falcons, that would be signature win number two. That was a great win against Falcons team that really had a lot going for them at that time. So that's two. Bills lost, Rams lost. That should have been a signature win right there. Niners, that's number three for sure. Everybody had us losing that game, and we played pretty well. And Gino winning that game, putting the team on his back, getting the final score at the scramble. Cardinals, I'll put this one too. This would be number four, I think. Is that 4 wins? Yeah, 4 wins. Jets, that game had so many great things happen to it. I'll put that one too, because it had the pick six by Big Cat. So that would be 5, right? And then we beat the Cardinals again. So I really only have 2 more wins, 3 more wins to choose from. Bears, no. The Rams, probably because we did not play the starters. I'd have to say that probably the final win would be the Cardinals away. Was a good win. So, no, those are my 6 right there. The 2 Cardinals, the Falcons, so what is it? Broncos, Niners, 2 Cardinals, and Jets. I think that makes 6, right? Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, not the greatest of teams to brag about, because none of those teams made it to the postseason, so except the Broncos, as I said. So we'll talk about next year's schedule in a bit here. All right, 1st and 10, handoff Barkley. 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Early action here in this Eagles-Packers game. All Eagles so far. Packers basically a turnover and a 3 and out to start the game. Couldn't have a softer landing for the Eagles to start. It hurts to throw. Oh, that's a nice catch. Wow, from Brown for the first down. About 10-yard gain. Nice throw to the near side. And from the knees, Brown makes the catch with a defender on his back. Barkley, another run, this time only 2 yards. And here's the thing here. So, Barkley had a good run earlier, but here is 2 runs by Barkley, 2 yards apiece. And this is what I think Brian Grubb was guilty of. A lot of times we'd see the run and we'd get a yard, not a lot, and then he would lose faith in it and just abandon it altogether and go back to the passing game. But here, even a team like this, with the Eagles, we know how good Barkley is. You don't give up on it. That was a 1-yard gain. You don't give up on it because eventually he's going to break through and start getting some of those chunk runs, but you got to stick with it. See if they stick with it again or if they pass. They will throw. Hurts to throw, looking. He's got time. Throws to the near side. Is caught. He did. Gutierrez for about 5 or 6. It's going to make it 3rd and about 4. 1 foot, drags the second one. Nicely done. Third and 5 from the Packers 47. Motion Barkley to the right side, makes it 4 receivers on that end. Swings it to Barkley. He's got a blocker. But he cannot get away. The blocker could not get that player out of his path, and he's taken down actually behind the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th down. They will have to punt. Or will they? 4th and 5. I think they will kick. You never know these days. So teams are so so aggressive going for it on 4th down. It drives me crazy sometimes. That was a huge play to stop that drive before they can get scoring range. See if they can pin them, and then the 10. Boom. Ball is going to bounce at the 5. Nope. Rolls, takes a Packer roll, goes into the end zone, and it is a touchback. So 7-0. All right, so let's take a quick look. I said I'd take a look, and let's do a quick overview of the Seahawks 2025 schedule. And let's just do this exercise again, see if I come up with the same thing. All right, here we go. So here's the 2025 Seahawks schedule. Home opponents right here. And then the away opponents right here. So let's just go through here and see what we get. Okay. I count it out again. Here we go. Cardinals win. Texans. I'm going to say we're going to lose that one. Buccaneers win. Rams win. Should have won this year. I say we get the win. Colts win. Vikings should have beat them too at home this year. Win. 49ers win. Saints win. So 7-1. We turn the record, a road record, into a home record this coming year. 7-1 to start the year, or not start the year, but on our home record. Now let's go to the away schedule. Cardinals, we own these guys. 8. Atlanta, again, 9. Tennessee, 10. Rams, I think we lose that one. Still at 10. Panthers win. That's 11. Commanders, I'll give them that one. Still at 11. 49ers, or am I still at 10? 7, what did I say? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11 here. Lose to the Commanders. Lose to the 49ers, so still 11. Beat the Jaguars, 12. And, could this be a rematch with Russell Wilson? Would be very interesting. But I think Pittsburgh, we have not done well historically in Pittsburgh. I say we lose this game. So that would result in a 12-7 record. Am I right? No, 12-6. 12-6. Wait, no. 12-5. My bad. 12-5. 12-5. So there you go. I'd say 12-5 on first complete, just throwing pasta against the wall. 12-5 we could go next year. Not insane to think. Of course, it's always going to be one. We're going to lose some games we should win, and we're going to win some games that we think we're going to lose. But I was right about our record this year. I said 10-7, and we landed at 10-7. Different combination, but 12-5. Disagree with me? Let me know. Okay, here we go. Back to the game. Handoff. Man, they are just getting not much there. 2 yards to Jacobs. An injury for the Packers. Looks like a lineman down. I think just for fun, in case something exciting happens, I'm going to pull up Grossi's channel just in case something interesting happens. And I'm going to just have him on the standby. I'm sure he's getting 23,000 people watching his channel right now. I'm going to mute the sound, but I'm keeping them up just in case. All right, while we're recovering from this injury, I'm going to try to find... Where is he? Where are you? There he is. Oh, it's a throw for about 5 across the middle. It's going to be 3rd and 3. All right, here we go. A big 3rd and 2 coming up here at the 27-yard line. He's going to throws it to the near side, and it's good for a first down. Just a quick out route to the tight end Kraft for about 8. And they move the sticks. They move the chains. All right, so let's see here. All right, there's the Grossi live reaction. I'll just go to him if something interesting happens. It's 1st and 10, handoff. Jacobs finds a little room, gets about 4. Miss being in the playoffs, man. It's been a while. Last time we were in the playoffs was 2 years ago. We got beat by the 49ers in San Francisco. Oh, Jacobs breaks a tackle, gets about 2 more. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. 6:40 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Eagles. Much like a couple of the other games we've had earlier where there was like quick scores off the bat, things kind of slow down a little bit, kind of get into its groove. Third and 3. Here we go. 3 receivers right, 1 left snap. He's under pressure, rolls right. He's sacked and taken down the 31-yard line. And they will have to kick. Nice pursuit to grab the Tiger by the toe. Kick. Let's see where this punt goes. This time a much better kick all the way to the 18, but he's going to return it 20, 25, near side 30, and out of bounds. Ooh, Jordan Love landed on that right elbow. Let's see if that has any effect on anything. Now we got timeout on the field. Let's see. Now, if I... all right, just looking at some things here. As I get some of these things dialed in. All right, let's just see if I'm getting the sound. All right, just checking things out here. Let's see.
Only thing that we
all right, there we go. The Grossi audio is working. Okay.
Not missing anything, Hunter. Really do appreciate you. Yeah, it's a rough start, man. Again, you're going up against a great team, but a fumble's not going to help. Or how could they tour? Tom O-line needs to wake up. Yeah, Elton Jenkins going down, man. Like, that might be a big, big problem.
Okay.
Powered, they fire.
Listen up, the Grassi audio is coming through.
I gotta be
Let's see,
honest.
just
I'm
gotta set
hydrated.
something up real quick. Where is that? Where is that?
I understand.
There we go.
Oh, Seabass, so turn out Packers fan, but go.
Okay, let's go back.
First horrible room. Ben Johnson likes timeouts. How dare he? How dare he? Oh, they're looking how long Jalen Hurts was in the pocket for. 6.7 seconds on that touchdown. Oh my God, kill me. Kill me. We have 24,000 people in here. We're trying, Scooter. We're
24,000 people. Must be nice. Must be nice to pull that kind of numbers.
781. Feel free to subscribe. Appreciate the hell out of y'all. Hurts in shotgun with the back line.
All right. There we go. All right, back to this game. Here we go. He's slightly ahead. I think I'm going to slow him down so I can actually be in sync. Which means I got to slow it down for about 45 seconds. Look at all that time he's got. That throw to the end zone. It's almost 7 seconds of cooking hamburgers back there. Handoff, Barkley left side. Gets the corner. The first down. 15. Still going. And 18 yards on the run. The Eagles are just going, how the heck did we not bring him back? Giants, what a mess. And we lost to them. Handoff. Nope. Keeper. Hurts got the corner and some. Slides after a 15-yard run. Slides for the first down. Got the first down, then slides. He was almost tackling the backfield, but got away on a read option. 2 big runs right there. Just that read option. We saw the Ravens doing it all day yesterday, and it's just I'm surprised. I remember read option was really fashionable in 2013, 2012. Kaepernick was doing it. Russell Wilson was doing it. I guess you have to have the right quarterback to do it because he's got to be able to run. But just key off that end, and if he crashes, you run it. You keep it. If he doesn't, then you give it to the running back and have him do what Barkley's been doing. There's another 5-yard gain, just gashing the D. Let's see, what do we got here? Are you going to ATL for an away and to see Slida? Alena asked from a little while ago. It's possible. No more high school volleyball for me this year, which has been the hardest thing to be able to break away and cause me to miss some games. It's going to be different this year, but we'll see. There's the throw to Goddard on the near side for about 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. I would love to see an away game. There's some intriguing ones besides the Falcons. I've never really visited, passed through Atlanta, but never really visited there. I've got several friends, including Slida, who lives out there. 3rd and 3 coming up here at the 31-yard line of the Packers. Big play here, especially for the Pack, to keep themselves from getting down 2 scores. Force them to kick a field goal if they get a stop here. Otherwise, the Eagles will keep this machine rolling. 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Snap, handoff, and he is going to get it. First down, needed 3, got 6. Down to the 25-yard line, and another first down. Dallas says, I would rather not be in the playoffs than be a one and done. I don't know. It sucks to be one and done and feel like, man, what was the point of that? Because we've been there a couple times. But there's something about just having that extra week just to be in it. But this year, we definitely would not have gone far. Again, without a running game, it's just not going to happen. Handoff, 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Rouser says, I don't see the Seahawks getting 12 wins. Nobody saw us getting 10 wins either. They should have gotten 12 wins this year. They should have beaten the Giants. They should have beaten the Rams. They should have been a 12-win team this year if they could have just run the ball with some decency and if they didn't turn over the ball as badly as they did. Gino, got to protect that football. People says, I'm rooting for the Rams tomorrow because I will forever hate the Vikings after the Hutchinson move. Who are you rooting for? Well, yeah, that's going way back in the time machine. But, I've got more, of course, anger at the Rams because, hey, they're the ones who caused us, here's a pass to the near side, 12 yards and a first down to Smith. Man, they are on the move. They are looking like all these other home hosting teams just moving methodically up and down the field with ease. I got to root against the NFC West. I just have to. I mean, it's the Rams. How can I not root against the team that has caused us many heartaches over the years, including this year, even though we did beat them in a meaningless game at the end of the season? Elite Dragon, if I get season tickets, how many games can I sell to break even? That's a big question. It depends on which games they are because the prices are different from game to game. Incomplete pass to the near side, second down and 10. Alena says, a true fan doesn't sell tickets. Definitely if you're going to sell the tickets, don't sell them to rival fans. Grid flow, as a UW alumni, I hate the Seahawks that fired Grubb. I'm a UW fan too, as I wanted it to work. I thought he'd get at least another year. But I too was frustrated at times going, man, the play calling here is atrocious. Hurts steps up, breaking to the right. He's going to have to get rid of it. Does, and throws it away into the camera crews. 3rd and 10 with 26 seconds left. This will probably be the last play. It depends. Yeah, they might get a couple plays out of this. They might even get the field goal attempt, depending on what happens on this next play. A lot of first-year coaches let go this year. Yeah, the patience nowadays wears thin. Everybody wanting instant results nowadays. There we go. Snap. Hurts. Breakaway. That's trouble. That was an incomplete pass. So 4th and 10 on a blitz. Did not get picked up, and he had to just dump it. So they will have to kick the field goal here, and they will get this field goal before the end of the first quarter. They had nobody to help Hurts. So it's going to be a 31-yard field goal attempt from the left hash to try to make it a 2-score game. Field goal or a snap, kick, and it's good. So it's a 10-0 game. All Eagles in this first quarter. Well, it's not over yet. There's 19 seconds left in the first quarter, but pretty much all Eagles so far. Short timeout here. Zardy, Seahawks need to go and pay a running back like Henry or Saquon. Well, there's the question of is it the chicken or the egg? Did we not have a running game because we didn't have the right running back? Or, well, it's really like chicken, egg, and something in between. Or was it because the line is just that bad and nobody can run behind it? Or was the play call design and scheme bad that just didn't take advantage of either the running back talent or the line that we had? The fact that they let Grubb go seems to me that they're saying it's not the talent per se as it is that they didn't that Grubb didn't scheme it up better. So, boom. Chances are our line coaches would have gone too because that's going to be taken to 5 to the 15, 20 on the numbers, 25. There's a shoestring tackle. You'll be down about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. But that's the big question. Like, if you just, it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you just put Josh Allen in place of Geno Smith, kept everything the same, and just plugged him in there, would the Seahawks have suddenly become a 12-13 win team? Or would he have struggled as well because all the other things that we weren't doing well, whether it be the defense or the run game, could he have still succeeded? Or did it not really matter who we had in there? 12 seconds left in the first quarter. The same could be asked about the running backs as well. Because I think we got pretty good running backs. I think Ken Walker's a good back, but he didn't have much places to run through. 3-yard gain here as we reach the end of the first quarter. 10-0 Eagles. And we'll have a first quarter break. And let me just take a moment to, again, thank my sponsor, BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Again, if you sign up with a new account using that code YouTube150, you can get 150% bonus match on your first deposit and 125% on the second and third deposits. That means you put 100, you get 150. And then you bet 100, or you put 100 in again, you get 125 on top of that. And then you put 100 in on your third deposit, you would have another 125. So that's 450 extra bucks to play with. Just make sure that you have gambling is legal in your state, and please gamble responsibly, of course. Okay, let's go to the Discord. I haven't chatted with the Discord. There weren't a lot of people in there earlier, but there are now. So we're going to go pop in with those guys. Let me just see what other questions we had here. Larza, when will the Seahawks find an MVP QB? Isn't that what everybody wants? Everybody wants to find that MVP QB. I don't think Geno is it per se, but I think he's above average. But he's not a Josh Allen. He's not a Lamar Jackson. But nobody has those. Don't grow on trees either. You think Pete should get another job? I'm surprised he's still looking because of his age, but obviously he's being considered because he did talk to Chicago about it, as Alena just agreed. Allen Lamar, Mahomes adds 3 wins because they don't choke like Geno did in some games like the Rams. 3 wins, huh? 3 wins? Maybe 2? Don't forget, you are of gambling age, LOL. Yeah, I'm clearly, I'm like double the gambling age. No problem there. All right, let's go to Discord and see what people are up to. Discord. Who's in the house? Who's in the Discord? Oh, of course, there's Jade in the house.
Yo.
That's Tyler in there somewhere. There's Code. Oh, she's munching away on some kind of grub over there. We're talking about grub. We got Sutton Hawk here. There's Tyler. Tyler with his Mariners cap, I think. We got Cody in there. We got Flashy Adam.
Yep.
Doing this thing. And Tyler scrunching his chin down to show the Mariners logo on his hat, looking kind of funny there for a second. Sutton with Hamilton, the corgi somewhere around here. There he is. There's the loaf with the drumstick legs and the big ears. Yes, sir.
And Adam with glasses.
Oh, I don't Hamilton. I just want to reach out and pet that little pup. I want to pet the little puppy. He's shedding all over his bed. That would be making me sneeze from here to Kingdom Come. Who else we got? Oh, there's Flashy Adam flashing the glasses. Oh, we got to play. What a play! Intercepted. Holy cow. Wait, I got to get back to this. Sorry, guys. We'll get back to it in a second. Oh, my goodness. We got an interception alert. Let's see the Grossi reaction.
It was 2 inside. The ball was 2 inside. Yep. It's like just off target.
Slay, what coverage, but yes, not a good throw.
Ethan, fire time your machine. Don't know how you got that Bills Broncos video up so quick. Go Pack Go. Yeah.
And that's the thing about the Packers' love. When he starts to get throw happy, he does tend to turn the ball over when things start to get a little bit, gets a little reckless. Not good for the Packers who are just trying to get something going. This is like 2 turnovers on opening plays. The first one on the kickoff, and now here in the first pass. I guess that's the first turnover. So maybe I'm over stating his turnover tendency. I just remember that from maybe earlier in the season. There's Saquon for 3. I think a lot of the reason that Grubb got fired is that you think about that game against the Giants, and they only ran the ball 5 times. 5 times in an entire. It's like once a quarter, barely over once a quarter. I can't even fathom that. But how? Like, imagine having Saquon Barkley and you only give him 1 run a quarter. I mean, it's nuts. Yeah, you just got to keep working it. And I think that was the thing. He just gave it what a blitz coming, but they picked it up. He might have been offside, actually. And here goes Hurts, crossing the first down and dives ahead for 3 more. There's a flag down, but I think they were offside. I think the Packer defender went a touch early because he tried to time that snap count on the money, but he might have been actually just slightly ahead. Let's see if that's the case. Oh, it's illegal motion. Okay, never mind. That negates the first down, so it's going to bring it back, make it 2nd and 12. I did not see the motion. The receiver apparently moved too early. Devonta Smith. Sirianni, not happy about it. He's pissed. Let's see. Marty Mates. Washington plays my favorite team, Purdue, in basketball on Wednesday. Oh, that's cool. Rouser, I wish NFL just kept 12 teams, 4 teams, get buys in 16 games. 2nd and 12 from the 20. Snap. Good protection again, but it's breaking down. He gets pursued, throws, wobbly pass, and it's incomplete. Bounce off the ground. For a second, I thought if it bounced off someone's foot, that could have been intercepted, but it's not. 3rd and 12. I did say 5 times. That was what I was going for. I wasn't sure if anybody would pick that up, but Alena did. 9 times. If you've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, one of my favorite movies. That movie came out at the perfect time because I was a senior in high school and that movie came out. And me and my friends watched that movie to death on VHS over and over and over again. I know so many lines from that movie. Classic. Mueller. Snap, 3rd and 12. It's going to be a draw play to Saquon. Oh, he's got room, but he's going to be 5 yards short. Needed 12. He got about 7. So Packers hold them off and doesn't let that turnover turn into a disaster. So the Packers will get a reprieve from the mistake by Jordan Love, and they'll get the ball back, and no harm, no foul, really. Still 10-0. 13 minutes left in the first half. Hello, FR. It's like Hello Fresh. Hello Fresh, that recipe, meal. There's a flag on the play. The false start, so move them back 5. Why out a 7 seed when they're just going to get blown out? Easy. Money. Get more TV rights for an additional game, I guess. But it's also, it adds to the parity in the NFL because you give another team a chance to be that Cinderella story. It gives that fan base a week longer season. And not every team is going to get blown out. It's just this case, it was the situation. Uh-oh, the return out the sideline. And he's out of bounds. Got a good return, about 15, 20 yards on that one. Pretty good. Good field position for the Packers with 12:42 left. Alena Dalton, the pack is whack. Ugh. We've had a lot of games against the Packers. We've had some obviously epic, great ones, and we've had some terrible ones too. I can think of some heartbreakers that are just brutal. You got to go back in the way back time machine. But losing in 2003 with the famous "we want the ball, we're going to score" game, the pick 6, that wasn't Hasselbeck's fault. Actually, it was on Alex Bannister, who ran a bad route on the bubble screen. And multiple games where we lost in Lambeau, and we haven't won in Lambeau in the 21st century. That's how bad it is. I remember when we lost that game with, what's his name? He had just left the Seahawks, the tight end, Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham was with the Packers at that time, and he goes and gets a game-sealing touchdown or a first down to end the game. Remember that one? And then there was this last game sucked. With all the go pack go in the stands. That's just unacceptable. CS got to do something about that. Implement something to try to prevent that sort of visiting fan appearance. I watched on the way back from my trip in Asia. I was tired of just watching movies, so I decided to watch a masterclass episode with Mark Cuban, who I don't really know that much about. I just know him from a distance, but I watched that, and it was actually a pretty good. It was about succeeding in business, and I learned a few things about him that I didn't really know. But one of the things I really liked was, as the owner of the Mavericks, Dallas Mavericks basketball team, he really wanted to maintain a strong fan base culture at home. So he intentionally lowered ticket prices less than the rest of the market so that families would be motivated to go to games. And he said he wanted to make it cheaper to go to a game than going out to eat at McDonald's, was his quote. And he actually did some things like I think he had like some nights where he gave tickets away and things like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And it just goes to show that you don't have to just charge the highest amount you can get. I feel like the Seahawks recently have been doing that. We can make that money, so let's just charge it and just give it to whoever the highest bidder is. Unfortunately, the highest bidder oftentimes is not the Seahawks fans. Handoff, Josh Jacobs gets 4 and is stopped there. Second down at 6. 7. You only got 3 actually on that play. Hello, FR. The so-called parody is the same team winning over and over. Well, you can kind of say that a lot of the same teams have been appearing, right? Packers throw out route, first down. 12 minutes left in the first half. I mean, there's some truth to that. I mean, let's just look at the lineup of teams they're still moving on, right? The Bills been there, right? Well, we start with the Chiefs, right? Lions, that's kind of a new thing. That's definitely, they're not typically the teams that have been regular playoff. They've definitely gotten in there as of recently. Commanders, that's not a playoff traditional type team. We'll see how they do tonight. There's a 5-yard run by Jacobs. Vikings, they've been kind of regular contenders off and on. Packers, of course. Ravens, of course. Who are the other teams? Chargers, one and done. Broncos, one and done. Let's see. But yeah, Eagles have been there. So yeah, a lot of the same teams, but at least it's unlike baseball, which badly needs some kind of salary cap or something, because that is just not even fair. At least in the NFL, it doesn't matter how rich your owner is. You have to stay within certain financial limitations. Handoff Jacobs again, this time breaks through, close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up. And at least there's controls to where you got to be smart with your money. You can't just spend, whereas other teams just simply can't afford to keep up. But the draft is designed so that if a team sucks, they get to draft and get access to a top tier player who could change your fates, and that's very true. Direct snap, he's not going to get it. Oh, or does he? Oh, he does get it on the second attempt. It was a direct snap to the tight end, and he's still going. Got like 8-9 yards. So 3rd and 1, he looked like a stonewalled, but then he just kept pushing forward and got the first down with inside of 10 minutes now. So the Lions, I think, is an example of that. But yeah, there are a lot of the same teams in there that do get in. But there are some teams that were regulars that aren't. Look at the 49ers, right? Down year this year. They're, depending on how you look at their outlook, could be on those teams that are on the down slope of what was their sort of Super Bowl window with all the talent they had. It's not going to be the same. Love shoots to the near side, hit immediately after gain of 4. Zach Curry says, this time next year, we will be watching the Hawks in the playoffs. I sure hope so. And hopefully at home. Zardy, best playoff win, excluding the Super Bowl win, and worst playoff loss. Good question. Seahawks best playoff win, worst playoff loss. The best playoff win, it's always going to be, the read option, hands off to Jacobs, and he loses 5. Oops. It's always going to be the NFC Championship. You can toss it up the 49ers or the Packers, depending on which flavor you like, because both games ended up sending the team to the Super Bowl. But one was a nail-biter to the end and sent them to their first Super Bowl that they won. So that one has its own meaning, and I thought they'd never tout that. And then the Packers game came. Really, that NFC Championship against the Packers, speaking of the Packers, it's like that game was horrible for about 55 minutes, and then it became awesome in the last 5 minutes of regulation, and then 5 minutes into overtime, or how long it took. Jordan Love to run on 3rd and 12. Will he make it? No, he's close. Wow, he made that closer than I thought it would be. He's short. It's not a first down, though, bro. He's celebrating like it is. It was 3rd and 12. He got 11, so they got to decide, are they going to go for it here on 4th and 1? I'm guessing they will, because they kind of need a shot in the arm here to keep this drive alive. They don't make it, though. That's going to be brutal for them. It's a nice run, but he is short. Twink. Very close. Let's see what they do for this. I mean, if it was the Eagles, you know what they do, but what will the Packers do? Hand off to Jacobs? Direct snap again? It is. And he goes again. Same play, just for the other side. Basically, the tight end goes in motion, lines up under center, takes the direct snap, and goes. Very creative. I like that. At least they're trying something different to make sure they get that 4th and short. They've done it twice now. Seahawks, any down and distance, or any down with 1 to go was like a nightmare. I feel like less than 50% chance that we were going to make it. And that game where we were like, what was the game where we had the 5 times chances to get 4th goal, 1st and goal at the 1? That would have been a touchdown, broken up. Nice play by Rodgers. There's a flag down on the play too. That looked like touchdown. He got his hands up just in the last second. It wouldn't matter. It knows one man downfield. Okay, so I would say the worst playoff loss, not including this obvious Super Bowl, if you don't include that as the playoffs. I would probably say might be the 2020 season against the Rams, where we were the division champs. We let the Rams beat us at home. It was a weird game because no fans in the stands that year, but I remember thinking that was like we had been undefeated when hosting a playoff game at home. Jacobs, nice move, but he gets 5. So 2nd and 10, getting back to close to the original line of scrimmage. Slay injured? Running off the field, but he's holding that left arm very awkwardly it is Slay. That'd be a big loss if he can't come back. 6 minutes and counting now left in the first half. Let's see. So, yeah, that'd be my first guess of the best and worst playoff games. What do you think about the NFL going to a draft lottery like the NBA? Answer that in a second. 2nd and 10, snap. Jordan Love to throw. Screen pass. It's blown up. Loses 2. Dean with the tackle. But he's down, holding his knee. Wait. No, he's getting up. mean, again, back to the parity thing. I mean, the fact that the football NFL draft has set up to where the worst team gets to draft first, in probably a sport where the top pick could really change your franchise around, is a pretty big deal. I think you gotta keep it that way. It sucks for teams that are just middle of the road, because you always feel like it's kind of been that way for the Seahawks, where they've been finishing just right there in the middle. We're not bad enough to draft super high, and we're not good enough. Or when you are good and get into the postseason, which we had for a number of years, you're always drafting low, so we could never get access to those top tier guys like the, division, the fate changing quarterbacks. The one time they did get it was when we got the draft picks from the Broncos. The Broncos finished with Russ on a bad season, and we were able to draft relatively high, and we ended up going with Witherspoon was our pick there. But there's a whole question about how well have we been drafting, really. John Schneider's kind of been living off of his success early on in his career, but a lot of misses. That's a false start. Right tackle moved too soon, and he's in trouble. Love scrambling, throws way out of bounds. So that's going to be 4th down and 13. So field goal opportunity here. All right, a 38-yard attempt from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick. He missed it. Oh my God, he missed it. Let's see the Grossi reaction. He's got no words. Sorry, I got to revel in the misery of other fans since we don't have anything to
the
cheer
Panthers
for.
game in 19 saw Packers jacket and Bears hat on. It was fantastic. Great fans. Oh, great game. Questionable for the rest of the game is Tom.
All right. So there you go. Packers still without points. That should have been... That's a 38-yard field goal. That's a gimme. All right. It's time to check in with the Discord. Haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Oh my God.
Discord people.
How do you mess that up? Come on. A 38-yard field goal and you screw that up?
It's funny how field goals have become... I don't know. It's like they make harder kicks for longer, but they miss easier kicks now. It seemed like back in the day, nobody missed a 40-yard field goal. It was like 40. 40 was like automatic. 40 and under were automatic.
It's
and now
stupid.
extra points at 33 are hard. And
unacceptable, bro. They need kicking rehab.
Oh
how do you guys like? Are you happy with Jason Myers as our field goal kicker? Come on, he was good. That was a trap question. He was good. Yeah, he missed a couple here.
I was
but
out
man,
of the live stream.
Yes,
I had to do my own live stream for soccer.
You chill.
He's as good as Steven Hauschka was.
I think his percentage is really high.
So was it partial?
He hit like a 59-yarder. He hit some games where you don't think about it, but some of the wins we got were only reasons because Myers was solid on the kicking game. He misses a field goal. We lose some of those games. The 49ers game. And you don't think about it because you just remember how the end result was. But
like, 6-3. I mean, I streamed that game because I knew you were going to be out of town. I was like, yeah, I'll take over for one Seattle YouTuber to another.
But we also value Michael Dixon, don't we?
I love Michael Dixon. Michael Dixon's great.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
MVP.
why don't games
We value him.
from my head?
Who was? I haven't really looked at all the All Pro listings. Who made it? But who were the kickers and what kicker and punter made All Pro? Somebody did, right? Do you guys know? Seattle got no All Pros. Anyway, something to explore when we talk at the half. All All right, let's go back to it. Let's see what's happening here. Hurts to throw. Under pressure, rolls right. Getting pursued, but is going to slide for a sack, basically. I don't know if that comes as a sack or just a negative play, but lost 5 on the play. Should have threw it away. Why'd you just throw it away? Why would you slide down when you could just throw it away and not lose yardage? Lost 3, I guess. Well, let's see. I'm going to look this up. Let's see. NFL All Pros 2024. Hurts to throw. Rolls left this time. Says, somebody help me. This time he throws it away. There's a flag on the play. Why aren't you guys running the football? I mean, just run it, drain the clock. I don't get it. All right, reading through the first team All-Pros. Quarterback Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, running back. Fullback Patrick Ricard, Baltimore. Tight end Brock Bowers, Las Vegas. Wide receivers Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Left tackle Tristan Wirfs. Left guard Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey at center. Must be nice to have all pros. Look at Kansas City got 2 all pros on their offensive line. Must be a dream. Right guard Quinn Miners. Right tackle Penny Sewell. He's gonna throw again. Hurts might run. He is. But he's going to be short. Got to the 34-yard line, but he's 5 yards short. They'll have to punt. That was a dumb... Eagles, what are you guys doing? That was a dumb sequence right there. All right, linebackers, Zach Bond, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith. Cornerbacks, Patrick Surtain, Derek Stingley Jr., slot corner, Marlon Humphrey. Safeties, Kirby Joseph, Xavier McKinney. Here we go. Special teams. Chris Boswell for Pittsburgh. And the punter, Jack Fox for Detroit. Really? Jack Fox? What has he done? You're on a team that... Oh, that should be like kick, punt, return, interference. No? Okay, I guess not. Anyway, the ball bounced off the guy and it went out of bounds, so no return. But, yeah, Jack Fox of Detroit... They hardly ever punt. The coach goes for it practically on every 4th down. What does the punter even do? I have to look at the stats on that one. That's a little perplexing. Special teamer Brendan Schooler, and then long snapper Andrew DePaulo. How do you even get a long snapper? How do you even decide who's the best long snapper? I mean, the long snapper's got one job, and basically, unless you missed one long snap, pretty much everybody's eligible for the position. That's almost like I just roll a dice. So let's get it to them. They're in the playoffs. Let's put them in there. Let me see. Second team All-Pro. I just want to see who the kicker is. Brandon Aubrey. Okay, he's good. Punter Logan Cook from Jacksonville. Jacksonville kind of sucked, so he was probably pretty busy. Anyway. No Seahawks to be found in the All-Pro listings. Not a one. I don't know what that tells you. Something. Anyway. All right. So, how much time is left? We're getting close to the end of this first half. Packers will have the ball, a chance to score. See, the Eagles could have just ran the football, really drained the clock down, and then really not giving the Packers much of a chance to score anything in this first half. And right now, the Packers could put on their 2-minute offense here and make this game close. We'll see what they accomplish here. San Francisco's got lots of all pros, but it doesn't guarantee playoff appearances. All right, 10-0, 3:25 left. Okay, let's see. Most first round grid flow. Most first round quarterbacks end up as busts, so this team stay bad. Well, whose fault is that then? If you can't say there's parity when you have the chance to get the best player, and it's not always the solution. It's not always the quarterback, you know. So my whole point is that you don't have to just draft the very first quarterback. We do see a lot of busts, so. You don't have to finish last to make a difference in the draft, but you got to draft well. There's a lot of teams that they find a way. Kansas City finds a way. When they lose all-star, all-pro talent, they find a way to get a different... Oh, that ball went off the Eagles' elbow. People, it's like the one they missed last year versus the 49ers. Yep. Eagles only up 10 is concerning when they've been dominant and get multiple turnovers. Love to Jacobs on the near side, and he gets nothing, loses a yard. Rouser, if you want good O-line, then we need a GM that has not said that O-line, especially interior O-line, is overrated. I agree. He needs to rethink his priorities here. Alena, Norb, tell us how you really feel. I'm not sure what you're responding to, which I made a lot of opinions holding on the Packers anyway. Josh, sports and movies. The Strouds are pleased. Talking about the CJ side of things. Gridflow, Bobby made it again. Bobby, yes, having yet another outstanding season. Bobby's just been solid no matter where he goes, whether it's the Rams, Seahawks, Commanders. Okay, first to 20th, their own 18. Going the wrong direction. Love to throw. Caught. Gain of 7. Oh, breaks the tackle. Make that 10-yard gain. Makes another tackle to the 30, to the 35. He's going to get the first down or be very close to it. Got 19 yards on that play. Reed breaking tackles. That's a huge play right there because they were in danger of having to give the ball back to Philadelphia. Boom, a missed tackle by 2 guys. 3 missed tackles. 4 missed tackles. Nice job there. Bad tackling, though. Actually, I think the tacklers kind of took themselves out of the play. First and 10. He did get the first down at the 38-yard line. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. Handoff Jacobs. Up the left side. Off tackle. Gets 6. Second and 4. And another penalty. Is this going to be another play against a penalty against the Packers? It probably is. Jeez, another hold. Look at that hole. I guess because he held him. Yeah, that's a bit of a hold. Yeah, he had the bear hug on him. First down at 20 again. Back to the ball. Goes back to 28. It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We come together because opposites attract, you know. Time. Oh, that's 2-minute warning. All right, 2-minute warning. It's 10-zip. See a pattern here. And remember, the Eagles will get the kickoff because while they got the first score of the game, it was the Packers who fumbled the opening kickoff. So, again, it's Packers got to do something with this to take advantage of this opportunity to close out with some points and not be shut out in the first half. But it wouldn't make me sad if they weren't. I'm just talking about interesting games here. So far, it's not been very competitive. But Packers are actually lucky to only be down 10-0, considering the way this game has gone with the turnovers. For sure, as somebody said, Gridflow said, yeah, being only up 10 after everything has gone their way. Josh Sports and Movies, yes, sir. 32-12 win over the Charger Frauds. Yes, the Texans, well, I don't think they played great. Their defense definitely stepped up and made the Chargers look bad, or the Chargers just played right into the defense and Justin Herbert just played like crap. Okay. Which dynasty you prefer, the Chiefs or the Patriots? Well, I would have to say I prefer the Chiefs, mostly because the Chiefs haven't really had anything to do with our misery. The Patriots obviously will go down as the team responsible for our most worst loss ever, and nothing's really ever going to change that. So that's kind of an easy one. And even though it's not really the Patriots' fault, that doesn't matter. They were the team that was the beneficiary of one of the worst calls in Super Bowl history. Grid Flow says, I miss Tom Brady being in the NFL. Always fun to watch him play. True, but there's other quarterbacks that are just as fun to watch, if not more fun to watch, in terms of just dynamic play. Because, you know, Tom Brady was special in the sense that he obviously had no ability to move. He was not athletic, but he was just smart, you know, knew where to put the ball when he had to, and the guy just won, even though he's got none of the athleticism of a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes as well. 3 quarterbacks representing the new age. You don't see too many of the stand in the pocket, not move quarterbacks. He was kind of the last of that generation. Don't worry, Tom will make a comeback in a few years. Yeah. All right. The game. First and 20 at the 38-yard line. Green Bay with 3 timeouts. Actually, both teams with 3 timeouts. Swing pass to the right side to the tight end. He gets past the line of scrimmage about 6-7 yards. Actually, a nice gain. Actually, almost 9 yards. Second down and about 9, 10. Got a good chunk right there, actually. 152 left as he gets out of bounds. Second and 8. He got 12 on that play. It's a pretty good game. Love to swing it to the running back on the near side. It's tackled after a gain of 5. It's going to be third down and about 4. And they kind of go hurry up here, knowing that they got to preserve their timeouts. Approaching the 92nd mark left in the first half. Ball at the 45-yard line. They actually got plenty of time in timeouts. So they really, what's more important is to get the right play here, because they got time's not the issue. They just got to get a conversion. So they got to get the right play dialed up to get this first down. Otherwise, the ball goes back to Philadelphia. 4-man rush. Loves throws wide open on the right side, complete into Eagles territory at the 48. So there you go. Minute left. They still don't call a timeout. They could afford to, because okay, they're going to let the clock keep going. 55 seconds. They still got to get down the field. 2 receivers on either side. Snap. Love to throw. On he got it, rid of it. Was that intercepted? Was that intercepted? Or did I hit the ground? Incomplete. No, he didn't quite. It was off the ground. He was lucky he didn't get picked off. He was lucky he wasn't sacked for 1. Lucky he didn't get intercepted for 2. Let me see how close this was to a pick. Boom. .45 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Eagles. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the right. Love to throw. Deep drop. Throws. Middle of the field. Intercepted! Vaughn to the 45. Got to get the Grossi reaction.
The defender. And that is Bound, who had a huge game, unfortunately, against us week 1. Round of fire. It's saying, let's go. I ended up singing along. Come on, little darling. Hey, let's go. Purple with the 2 buck here. Quick beat the Eagles in the playoffs.
That's brutal. Oh, man, he threw it right to him. The linebacker was just camping out and tried to go to the receiver behind him, but it's almost like he didn't see the linebacker. I think he was trying to go to Heath behind him, but man, he just did not see the linebacker. Another turnover. That's 3 turnovers, right? 3 turnovers in this half. 1 on a kick and 2 interceptions. They're lucky they're only down 10-0, but this could be worse here with 36 seconds and 3 timeouts. The Eagles are going to try to put more points on the board, get the double score wrapped around halftime. 6-yard, 5-yard gain. Should call a timeout here, and they do. Saquon Barkley with a small gain, trying to get into field goal range. I'm sure they'll take 1 shot to the end zone before they settle for a field goal, but they're not quite there yet. Gridflow, I love that he was not a first rounder. That's why I liked Warner too. Yeah, there's a lot of examples of good quarterbacks who were not first rounders. I mean, again, look at Brock Purdy, right? Mr. Irrelevant, the very last pick in the draft. I mean, there's that too. Who did you root for in Super Bowl 43, Steelers versus Cardinals? Oh, I was rooting for the Cardinals. Even though their division, the Cardinals, again, one of those teams that, hasn't had a ton of success. And it was the Steelers. We're still, 3 years removed from that debacle that was Super Bowl 40. 2nd and 4 snap. Hurts to throw. Pocket collapsing. Throws. Ooh, that was dangerously close to an interception. He's Goddard, the intended receiver. Good coverage. Incomplete. Oh, that was actually, he got hit early. They should have got pass interference on that one. Barbara, Happy New Year, Norb. It's nice to see you today. Nice to see you here as well. 3rd and 4. They got to get about 5-7 yards to get into more comfortable, makeable field goal range. Let's see what he does here. Throws. Nope. Throw it into the dirt at the feet of A.J. Brown. So now they got to decide here. 22 seconds left. Do you try to kick the field goal and risk giving the ball back to the Packers at midfield if he misses, or just punt it and just call it good, knowing you're going to get the ball to start the second half? Man, I can't believe that. They might just try to draw him offside. Because if they get him to jump, that would give him a first down because 4th and 4. I would not snap it here. There's a flag, but I don't know who it's on. There's a false start. It's like backfired. I was thinking somebody jumped, but I think it was the tight end going in motion. So now they'll have to punt. So essentially, both teams missed an opportunity to score at the end of the first half. More devastating to the Packers because they were moving and then they throw that pick. The Eagles here had a chance to just add on, but they're going to get the ball anyway in the second half. So this is really kind of just playing it safe. No point in shooting yourselves in the foot. Boom. And watch, he takes it for a punt return to a touchdown. Ooh, he almost dropped that one. Caught at the 11-yard line. So 14 seconds. The Packers will not risk the turnover. They'll probably just take a knee and say, let's just consider ourselves lucky we didn't get down 3 scores. Hello, FR wants to know, what is your least favorite team? Is it the Steelers? No, the Steelers, we don't play often enough to be a factor. It's up there between the Rams and the 49ers, because both those teams have been a pain in our butts. Lately, it's been more the Rams. And there we go. Takes the knee, and we're into the half. So we'll talk a little bit on the Discord if you want to join me there. Final question on the chat. Are the Seahawks running this Ravens defensive scheme? Where is our Kyle Hamilton? They are running the defensive scheme because obviously that's where McDonald came from. But there's the X's and O's, and the Jimmies and the Joes, and they had to clean up some of those Jimmies and Joes to get it closer. And they definitely improved the defense in the second half of the season. But Didn't look so good against the Packers, but the rest of the games, they look pretty good defensively. Okay, let's, before I go to the Discord, just want to shout out one more time to BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, the sponsor of this video. Use that promo code YouTube150 if you want to try your hand at some of this online betting action. So much you can bet on. And again, you get that 150% match on your first deposit if you use that code YouTube150, and then 125% on your next 2 deposits. And I mean, just take a look at some of these things that you can do. You've got NBA, you've got NFL Wildcard, you've got NASCAR, rugby, esports even, cricket, darts, cycling, volleyball, surfing, handball, lacrosse, snooker. I don't even know what snooker is. What the heck is snooker? Oh, Masters, World Championship, outrights. But football is what we're mostly into here, and let's take a look at, I'm sure not much has changed so far with the odds. Let's just take a look here. Again, Minnesota, the 2-point favorites for tomorrow's game. Tonight's game, the Buccaneers at home, given 3 points, which is basically a pick'em game. Yeah, so we'll see how that all goes. Again, just make sure you please gamble responsibly. Make sure you have legal gambling age, and that your state allows online gambling. All right, let's go to the Discord and see how everybody's doing there. There's the Discord link. I'm going to put it in the chat right now, because that way, if you guys are curious to pop in here, you're more welcome to do so. So I'm going to put it in the chat right now. I can't remember if I did it earlier, but here he goes. There you go. I'm going to pin it to the top, and there you go. Discord's active. And how many Jupiter Rain? How many wins would Pete have gotten this year? I think it would be the same. So why make a move? Good question. Would we have been the same? Possibly. I don't think Pete would have made those linebacker changes midway through the season. And I think doing so was a big part of this defense being better. I think Pete Carroll probably, if he had the same pieces to begin with, and it's tough to know if that would have been the same because he was fired before they drafted. But assuming all that being equal, I think McDonald maybe gets an extra win or two instead of finishing, say, like 8 and 9. That's why they finished 10 and 7, in my opinion. But yeah, offensively, maybe things don't change that much, because really the parts did not change that much. And if we had had the same offensive coordinator, it's very possible, considering that they're both defensive coaches, that the offense would have been the same. I just think the defense was a step above because of the very decisive moves that McDonald made. Okay, in the Discord, anybody there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, all right.
We're just waiting
Jade
for you to
here,
get
Sunhawk
done.
here, and Cody was here a second ago, not there anymore.
My God, Tom Grossi still.
What?
I can't hear Norb because
I know. I think Tom Grossi's playing.
Oh, are you getting his signal? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Let me mute that out.
Bro,
There
you
we
gotta
go.
get off of
There you go.
Grossi.
There you go. Is that clear now?
There we go. Yes.
Okay,
Loud
all
and
right.
clear.
Sorry about that. I was feeding that the whole time, wasn't I? In an earful of Tom Grossi, I was feeding that. Not to the broadcast, but to you guys. But there you go. Give you a break. There we go. She's like, I can't take it anymore.
Lie.
He's not too happy, though, is he?
I know, but I think Philly might take this home. I mean, I think Philly's playing at home. I might be
They're at
wrong.
home.
Oh, okay, I am right. I think Philly is going to take the W, and then I can hear Nightfall later if he calls me and jumps up and down.
I mean, it really depends what happens here. It's only 10-point game.
I don't get
Should be much worse.
overconfident because, one, that is a big weakness. Because when you use overconfidence at the beginning of the game, you're going to lose at the game.
Right.
So you save your trash talk for the end of the game.
Yeah.
Right. Well, a lot will depend what happens on this opening drive. If the Packers can get a stop and the Eagles do nothing with their first possession, well, they can come back, get a score, and then it's a one-score game. Anything could happen. But right now, the way the Packers are playing, too many turnovers.
My friend Javier has got to be so livid because he watches Tom Grassi, and I'm just like, bro, he's got to be so mad right now. I can say it.
Well,
oh my God, he's got to be so mad. He's a Packers fan.
Yeah. You see Tom Grassi. Oh, how mad can somebody be when you've got 20,000 people watching your live stream?
They're kind of feeling our pain when we played the Packers.
Oh my God, he actually came over here, which was a surprise because I ran into him and I'm like, "What are you doing in Seattle? It's been like years."
Well, I saw him when he made that. I don't know if you guys saw the video when he came out when he was doing that stadium visit. This was like the off season before this. Was it the last season? I'm trying to remember now if it was 2 seasons ago.
That was last season. Yeah.
Last season, yeah. And I came out when he came out to Seattle. It was kind of embarrassing because I remember he had, we did that whole 30 stadiums in 30 days kind of thing, and he came out to Seattle, and it was supposed to be at the brewery across from not Lumen, but from T-Mobile Park, and they were apparently power went out or something, so they basically ended up their get together was on the street, First Avenue sidewalk. That was where the meetup became. So I went down there, and actually there was a mob of crowd down there, from all over. So I came up and I gave him a few gifts. I gave him like one of the NorbCam green hair things and some other stuff, and got a little on-camera time with him. But he did a good job actually doing a little tour of the stadium and doing a little video about Lumen Field. So, but congrats to him. He was a fan of the year last year, the NFL fan of the year. So I got to see him down in Vegas for that. Was hanging out with the other fans of the year as well as with him, and I think he already knew he was going to get fan of the year before everything, because they had a whole video thing shot in advance of it. He was just playing it cool. But anyway, congrats to him. He's done a lot of great things and raised a lot of money for good causes. So pretty cool. I remember meeting him, that was the first time I actually met him in person, was that visit on the stadium tour. Then I saw him again at the Super Bowl last year. But we had done a couple of collabs early on when he wasn't quite as big as he is now. I think now he's too big to collab with. But back when he was still a smaller guy, we did some collabs with some of our games. I think playoff games that we did, like 3, 4, 5 years ago.
Talk to each other.
What's
the
that?
Pac-Man from the Rivals video? I wonder if him and Tom talk together.
I don't know. You're talking about Trevor. We're talking 10 years ago. Really further. Actually, it's more 10 and a half years ago. Trevor, I don't even think Trevor, so many things changed after Trevor. So Trevor was a single guy, at the time when we were doing a lot of the videos together. And then I think he joined the Army or some branch of the military, got married, had kids. And so I haven't seen him in years. So I'm not sure what he's up to these days, but I did recently text him because I released right before I left on my trip, I released the behind the scenes of that Rivals video with the Cardinals fan that we shot with the Matrix food fight and all that. We shot behind the scenes footage, but I never edited it. And so I decided to finally put it out this past season, and so you can see it. I don't think a lot of people have seen it yet, but it's pretty cool. It's like a behind the scenes look at how we made that video. And Trevor's in there. He's shooting a lot of behind the scenes and stuff like that. And so after I posted it, I shared it to him as well as 80s Broncos fan and Brian Lipe, our cinematographer, because he now lives in Atlanta. So a lot of the guys are no longer in the area. And so it gave me a chance to kind of reconnect with those guys, just because it's been a while since I've seen them all.
That's where the national championship is being held in Atlanta. So
it's a very nice
Notre Dame and Ohio State.
Yeah, Notre Dame. I mean, I can't believe the kicker's last name is Jeter, and I was like, what?
Like Derek Jeter?
He's actually related to the guy.
Are they actually related?
Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, because there was like this big feud going around at the time when he was coming into Notre Dame. Like, is this Derek Jeter's nephew? Is he related to Jeter? Because when Julian Love came to Seattle, people thought he was related to Jordan Love.
Speaking of which, you kind of messed that up in your music video.
I know. I got called out on that too, and I realized, oh crap, I put Jordan instead of Julian Love. Maybe I jinxed the team by doing that. That was just a typo, man.
Called Norb out. I didn't want to do it.
Somebody did call me out on that. I was like, oh, you got me on that one. I messed that up.
A crap load of people called you out in the comment section, and I was like, oh my god, cut the guy a break.
I messed that up. That was
bad.
Yeah, sometimes when you're hurrying, man, it's amazing how the little things just love. But
I remember I called you out, right? Even though I didn't want to, I just did.
Oh,
dude, and the Kraken lost today. Not very happy.
It's been a rough season.
Oh my god. They came back against the Sabres yesterday. They absolutely only got 2 goals in against Detroit.
I can't wait to watch the Mariners this year.
Give me, because I can't wait for that.
Is there hope that something will be different this year is the question.
What will happen first? Will the Sonics come back? Will the Seahawks win the Super Bowl? Will the Mariners make the World Series? Will the Kraken win the Stanley Cup?
I want to see the Kraken get a Stanley Cup. I want to see the Mariners in the World Series.
I want to see the Sonics.
There are rumors floating around that the Sonics
are coming back.
Yes, because Adam Silver has been in talk.
That's been talked about for such a long time.
No, he said it might be between next year and 28.
I know. I think it will happen. If I were a betting man, and if BetUS had a betting line there that said, okay, which will happen first in Seattle? The Sonics return, a Mariners World Series, or Seahawks Super Bowl, I would probably say Seahawks Super Bowl first, Sonics second, and World Series way back in third.
And then the Stanley Cup.
Oh, the Stanley Cup. Well,
don't forget the Kraken. I mean,
I'll put that. Yeah, that's true. I'll put that in front of the Mariners World Series. I think the Kraken could have a shot at that.
Get another cup.
Yeah, Sounders. Well, they've done it before, so I always leave soccer out because I'm such a non-fan of it, and I don't understand soccer.
I watch soccer, and I would love to see Washington come back in a national championship, have a vengeful showdown with Michigan, and then just put Michigan where they belong, in the fraud department.
Well, it's going to be tough these days now that they're in the Big Ten. Some of these games, some of these opponents, man, like Penn State, oh, man, they look like boys playing in the man's world.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Michigan absolutely did nothing last season, Mike. They have Sharon Moore. He was the most disappointing coach. Look at the Buckeyes. They got up, and look at them. They're in the national championship.
I know.
Okay?
After the way the regular season ended when they lost the their what do you call it, their division championship game, or the in-state rivalry game, lost that one. And yet here they are in the championship. So, all right. Well, just like that, we're back to the game. Let me check with you guys in a sec. Let's get back to this third quarter and see if the Packers or the Eagles can jump out and take advantage of this possession. Wow, first time shutout in the first half since Week 7 against the Broncos in 2023. All right, here we go. 25-yard line Eagles going right to left. 2 receivers to the left. Double tight ends. Handoff Barkley. Gets 5. Yeah, the Eagles, while they're winning, they have not been dominating and not taking advantage of the fact that they had Packers giving them gifts left and right. 3 turnovers to only have 10 points to show for it is not good. Handoff Barkley again, gets another 6 yards, and that's a first down run. Handoff again. This time, spin move, but he loses 2, 2nd and 12. He's going to throw this time. Hurts dropping back, looking. Chase down. He's going to go down. Get rid of it, dude. Man, you cannot hold on to it that long, bro. Third down and 19. Snap, handoff, Barkley, nothing. 4th and 19. Jeez. They had a couple nice runs and all of a sudden stymied. I'm sure Mr. Grossi must be happy.
Miscommunication there by
Okay, a slightly better mood.
Down inside the 15, James Reed shrugs off one tackle, and he's going to be tackled at the 16. 3-6-2-0, so much. He's how they fire. Can't say it again, I can't stress enough, but Willis, and it's very
Ken Easley of the Seattle Seahawks.
That was interesting. Okay, here we go. It's punt return, not very far in there, down at the 16-yard line. Good coverage by the Eagles. All right. Just want to check out this Grossi thing. There's some weird feedback thing happening. Oh, it's an alien invasion. Okay, that's funky. All right. Well, that has got to be fixed. All right. Well, Packers D did what they had to do, so they're still staying in this game. All right, what's happening in the chat here? Alena says, oh, let's see. Have you ever been rated by Tom before a halftime? No. Marcus, who watches hockey? Krakens aren't going to be good for years. He says, Mariners, same old, not signing any free agents, wasting our elite pitching because we don't have bats. Sell the team. Yeah, I think that's everybody's feeling about the Mariners. Most inept team we've ever had. My wish is for all the teams from the East Coast to travel more like the Dogs do and see how they play. The problem is, the Big Ten, most of those teams are stacked over in the East Coast. Part of the drawback of moving from the Pac-12 to the Big Ten. Washington won't be good for years in the Big Ten, especially because we can't land any 5 stars like Penn State, Oregon, Michigan, Ohio State. And I don't know if they're getting any better with the transfer portal and all that. It's just hard to keep talent, period. Oregon still hasn't won a natty like Washington. Yeah, it's true. When will the full season music video come out? I'm working on trying to finalize that, hopefully this week. Oregon lands at least one 5-star every class. We can't even land a 4-star some years. Well, you got to be consistently good to get the attention, but Oregon's got a lot going for them too with the facility and the Nike in their back pocket. What is your grid flow? What's your dream off-season moves? Well, again, we got to shore up where we're weakest at. So I want to see something done to help beef up the offensive line, because that is a hard thing to build up. All right, here we go. Packers with the ball at their own 16-yard line. Snap. Pitch to Jacobs. Got room. Gets 7. 2nd and 3. I don't know if this is the year to draft, but they're going to have to. I feel like they've got no option. They've got to extend Geno and get a quarterback of the future, if not this year, next year, and then have him play behind Geno. But again, we're not going to be drafting any super high level. So pitch to Jacobs. He's going to be tackled for about a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Marcus, have I been rated by Tom? Nope, I have not. Alena, the aliens have landed on Tom. LOL. I'm not sure what that means. Marcus, in the Big Ten, you do this, ain't the Pac-12 no more. I hate the Big Ten, says Lena. It was a huge mistake that UW moved from Pac-12. I used to be able to watch games. Now I can't find anything on TV. Big Ten sucks big time. 3rd and 2, big drive here. Packers trying to get something going. Can't even get out of their own field. Snap. Love looking. Throws. Crossing. There you go. To Jacobs. Gets 12 yards in the first down. A much needed first down for the Packers. We need to get a guard in the draft. We don't need tackle. Don't need tackle. Tackle, our best bet in this class is to get a tackle and move them inside to guard. Yeah, we know that John Schneider doesn't value guards because he's talked about it, but it's obviously the biggest weakness on this team, center notwithstanding as well. Russ is a free agent. Should the Seahawks try to get him? That is a big question. I don't know. There's a throw to the near side, tackled for a 4-yard gain to Kraft, 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5. Dusty B, yo, what's up, NorbCam? I've been watching you for over 6 years. I remember my cousin introduced you to me because I'm a Seahawks fan. Well, welcome back, Dusty. Thanks for joining the show. It's good to be back. I have definitely been off the radar for the last 3 weeks. Grid flow, Seahawks trade up for a quarterback? I don't know. It's just, I feel like they say this is one of the weaker quarterback classes. So is there somebody worth drafting up for? There's a stop. Only a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Who would you trade for a quarterback? That's a tough one. Like who's out there who could... I keep saying the same thing. It's like if things remain the same, unless you get an elite level quarterback, nothing's going to change. Uh-oh. Grassi is excited about something. Something happened here. He must be way... Okay, I missed something here. Must be a big play coming. Oh, it is a big play. Oh, and he got it to 30. Wow. Okay, now we're back up to speed. Got to get ourselves in sync. What a play. Packers taking advantage. Boom, on the blitz, too. Oh, that was good, decent coverage, but just a better play by the receiver to get that ball and jump up for it. Run. Jacobs for 6. Love scrambles, rolls left. He's going to throw deep. Broke it up. Dobbs went up for it. And he's down, slow to get up. And holding, add insult to injury for the Packers. Let's see, I'm still having issue with my sound. Whoa. Okay, my sound is definitely having some issues over there. Injury timeout. All right, let's see. What do you got? Who would you trade for a quarterback? Marcus said, we get Quinn, Ewers, or Muro in the second, maybe Kyle McCord in the third or fourth. Sam Darnold or J.J. McCarthy, but don't you think... So, interesting situation in the Vikings. Sam Darnold obviously has done great for the Vikings, but J.J. McCarthy, the rookie quarterback who's been injured all season, what will happen in that situation? I don't see J.J. McCarthy's going to go anywhere. They might just stay pat right there, right? Keep Sam Darnold with the hot hand, and then J.J. McCarthy either stays behind him or they put McCarthy and Sam Darnold stays on. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they decide because Sam Darnold was sort of a unexpected, I'm sure, luxury that they ended up with given what happened at the start of the season. We could also trade to get J.J. McCarthy. I guess anything could happen in terms of that, but who is J.J. McCarthy after all? We haven't really seen what he can do, so what is this creepy horror film trailer? Oh, Wolfman. Had the gal from what's that show? The Ozarks. If the Vikings keep Darnold, then JJ will be available, and he would QB1 in this draft. Be QB1 in this draft class. Good point. McCarthy wouldn't be bad. That would be interesting. Not heard much talk about that. Seahawks tank for Manning. I am not a fan of tanking. It's like, really, I don't think any team would actually go with that. Oh, they still down. He's coming up now. Packers players on a knee in the end zone as they watch the seat goes up. Ball is deflected, and then he falls. Boom. He's still, even with that Guardian cap, he still hit his head on the turf. Hard. Knowing the Seahawks, they're going to give Geno a bag next year for another year or two. Gridflow, wish we got Penix. I think we would have gotten him if not for Falcons taking him in the top 10. It's turning out the Falcons look like the smartest people in the room having done that. We definitely wouldn't have got Penix. Either way, the Vikings would have took him, and if they didn't, the Raiders or Broncos would have. Very possible. I just wanted to see if he would have been available. What would the Seahawks have done at that point? I was one in favor of that move, but once Atlanta took him, the whole run of quarterbacks just went crazy. Okay, let's see. I need to fix something here. All right. Bear with me as I might have the sound going out of control. So hang tight. It's gonna get nuts. It's gonna get nuts. It's gonna get nuts. There we go. Oh, that's still going through. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'll go back to our regularly scheduled program. Actually, we'll go to the Discord. We haven't done that in a while. And this extended timeout Discord. Anybody in here? We got somebody in here. What's happening in the Discord world? We got Jade in here, Cody's in here, Sutton, Hamilton, hanging out as well.
I'm just chilling on my phone, you know.
Yeah. Gridflow, they still pay Kurt all that money. It's not that smart. Case
I don't
Johnson
even know. I don't.
Dobbs.
I mean, I'm a little neutral with the pack coming back. I don't know, because they don't look. Because I mean, you missed the field goal, and you had an opportunity to get on the board,
right?
And now you just throw that out the window. I mean, if I was on my friend's channel, forget it. I would be cursing.
Yeah. All right, let me go back to this game here. Sorry about that. Taking a 13 ball is tipped and incomplete. 3rd and 13. Marcus, remember back at 22 when we fleeced the Broncos and got like 3 first-round picks for Russell Wilson that ended up being a top 5 pick where we got Witherspoon? Yep. I mentioned that was how we got them, because Seahawks would not have been picking that high had it just been through the regular draft. So that worked out for us. Gridflow, everyone wanted to follow the Tom Brady route when he went to Tampa and won, but both Rodgers and Russ sucked on new teams. Yeah. Just shows it's not an automatic thing. Deep throw left side. There's a flag. Pass interference, and it's going to be Packers ball at the 7-yard line. Wow, they caught a break there. Boy, this game may suddenly be close if they can punch it in. It's definitely going to be a one-score game, barring a complete meltdown here. Marcus, wait, what happened to our other first-round picks from the Russell Wilson trade? Who else did we get? Was our pick this year? Was that a benefit from that trade as well? We got to do some research on that. 1st and goal, the 9-yard line. Handoff. Jacobs cuts it to the left, and he's tackled after. Whoa, ball's out. Oh, they're lucky they didn't turn it over again. A Packers Kraft saves it by jumping on that ball that popped loose. Man, they dodged a major blow. That was just laying on the ground. Woo, that was close. That was close. Second and goal from the 8. Throws, back shoulder. Oh, he wasn't ready for it. He was there, but he kind of threw it before he was ready for it. Okay, here we go. To answer your question, Seahawks traded Russ, got a 22 fourth-round pick, and a 22 fourth-round pick for a 22 first-round pick, 22 second, 22 fifth, and a 23 first-round pick, 23 second-round pick. We got Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Drew Lock. Throws deep left corner. Oh, off the hands and incomplete. And they have to settle for the field goal after starting out 1st and goal. He would have been out of bounds even if he did catch it. So, will they get the... And read this list. Kick is up and good. So, the Packers on the board, 10-3 with 5:46 left in the third. All right, so just as a quick little recap, of what we got from the Russell Wilson deal. So we got Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Charles Cross, that was the other first-round pick, Boye Mafe, second-round pick, Tyreek Smith, kind of a forgettable name there. Of course, Devin Witherspoon, Derek Hall, another good pickup. Is that it? I think that's it. So there you go. They're all those pretty impact players, except Tyreek Smith, not really a name that most people are talking about, and Shelby Harris is gone. So really those two, not bad. Well, and Drew Lock too is gone too. So most of those ended up to be something that added up to contributors, still contributing to the Seahawks as of right now. People, how do the Eagles only have 10? They have dominated. You know, it kind of reminds me of, remember the NFC Championship where the Eagles knocked the Purdy out of the game, and it knocked out pretty much every quarterback they had left, and it was left to they had no quarterbacks. Had the running back basically take over at quarterback. The Eagles didn't take advantage either in that game. It was one of those things where, fortunately, they knocked the quarterback out of the game, because with all that going their way, they didn't really step on the gas and take advantage of the situation to really be the one to run away with that game. It was kind of unnecessarily close until all the quarterbacks were gone. Low-scoring game again. Great flow. 49ers would have won if Purdy didn't get injured. I agree. And Eagles will take this kickoff out 10, 15 to the numbers 20, 25 to the 30, out to the 33, and tackled there on the near sideline. If Cardinals get Manning, they would get the new age Manning to Harrison connection. That would be interesting, huh? But what would they do with, we've got Kyler Murray. He's still going to be under contract, right? Isn't he still under contract for the next couple of years? First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here we go. Hurts in the gun. Motion Brown. Handoff Saquon on the left side with blockers. Tackled after a gain of 4. He usually doesn't go down on the first contact, but a good tackle, good solid rugby-style tackle on the near side. 5:21 left. Plenty of time left in this game. Anyone's game here. The Eagles, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm really nervous right now going, man, we could be in trouble here if we don't do something quick, because we have not really taken advantage. It's been quiet since midway through the second quarter. Saquon Barkley for 3. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Again, if they get the stop, suddenly momentum swings hard to the Packers side. Here we go, 3rd and 3. I haven't seen the tush push all day either. Hurts moves to the left, throws. Oh, wide open. Smith down to the 47-yard line. And that's a big first down play right there to move the chains and get the ball close to midfield. Oh, actually, take that back. This is at the 33-yard line. I have my numbers all the way off. 33-yard line of the Packers. Throws near side Smith again to the 25. Close to a first down, but he stopped 1 yard short. 2nd and 1 coming up. So Eagles coming in strong with a answer here. Finally getting some momentum. Quick throws, complete to Goddard. Oh, runs over a guy, still going. 10-5, he's in for the touchdown. Whoo, man, he just muscled his way to the end zone. 17-3 suddenly, or 16-3, the extra point coming. But man, that was a enforce your will type of drive. Bang, over Valentine. Stiff arms him. 2 stiff arms and said, get out of my way. I'm coming home, baby. Oh, that's a nice block by Brown, too. That is a mismatch. Extra point coming. Snap, hold, kick, up, and he missed it. 13-point lead stays 16-3 on the shank on the extra point. So it's still a 2-score game, but will that extra point come back to haunt them? Depends what the Packers do in the next 30 minutes or so. Interesting. Let's see what good old Tom's got to say right now.
Well, commercial right now, Packers are getting the ball back. Well, at least I didn't pee for the D. And the urine would have lost its potency. All right, so now, let's see what we got. Man, this is tough. Man. They're not playing complimentary football. Nicholas Fire, go Pack. Firstly, for listening to Overtime Breakkeeper.
All right. It's tough, but get back and forth game now, get a little more interesting. Still lower scoring than most expected. I think it's expected to be around the 20, over 24, or like 40 something. So the fact that there's no scores in the 20s yet, it's pretty low scoring. Let's go to the Discord, see what everybody's doing in there. What's up, yo? Cody, Sutton, and Jade.
I think the Packers are now on the board.
Well, they were on the board, but the Eagles just responded with a touchdown, missed the extra point, so they're back to a now a 13-point lead.
Because I looked at, so it's 16-3.
Yeah.
I think Philly might walk with this win.
Well, it depends. There's plenty of time in game left. It's just the Packers need to get a touchdown. The field goals aren't cutting it.
Well, field goals are just 3 points?
That's all they got.
That's not going to do anything to save you. It's either you dig your own funeral for now, or you need to stop shooting yourself in the foot.
But yeah, that last play was just muscle. You
got Saquon Barkley. I think it's going to be impossible to... Because I'm like, I forgot Saquon Barkley's on the Eagles now. And it's like, because at first he was on the Giants, but I totally forgot.
Yes.
Giants
he's been
he kept getting hurt over and over again.
He's been a top rusher in this league.
No. So Philly probably picked him up and said, here, we're going to slap the Giants in the face.
It's kind of like the Ravens getting King Henry is what Saquon Barkley has been for the Eagles. And I'm sure New York Giants fans are like, how could the hell we not only let this guy walk, but give it to a division rival? Kick return to the 20, down at the 22-yard line. All right, back to the game we go. See if the Packers have an answer in this game, because it's much like I've been saying for all these games, as they end the third quarter, you got to find yourself, basically, you want to be able to cut this to a 2-score game at the worst, which is what it is right now. But you want to get to within a score. Too much. You can't let this opportunity right here as you're 2 scores down. If you don't get within striking range before the end of the fourth quarter, it's going to be real tough. Love to throw. Looking, crossing route, wide open. Jacobs to the first down, gets 5 more, 6 more, and that's a good starter right there. 3 minutes left in the third. Sorry, if Seahawks just beat the Giants, they would be playing the Vikings. Would you have liked the Seahawks' chances? I would have, because we almost beat the Vikings. They should have beat the Vikings. Another game they should have won. Handoff, Jacobs left side, around the corner, breaks through, and actually made something out of nothing because there wasn't a lot of room, but he got 4, maybe 5. Good flow. I don't fault the Giants as they would have sucked anyway and would have won them more games, so worse pick. They needed to blow it up. Still hurts that we lost to those guys. They won 3 games in the season, and one of those wins was against us in just an ugly game. That game started with the Giants went all the way down the field. Remember, they went to the 1-yard line, fumbled, and we got a touchdown return after on that opening play, and we still lost. Jaden Reed, a hard hit. Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt on a hard hit after the reception. Their receivers are going down like flies right now. Goodness gracious. What does Grossi got to say about this?
Yep, Jaden Reed, it hits him right in the arm. His right arm starts dangling.
Oof, ouch.
Holy crap, man. Packers receivers, great job by Reed to hold on to that ball, but
I've had that before. When I played football, this part right here, it's not covered by any padding. And when you take a helmet or something hard right in there, it is so painful. He is in pain. I don't know if he broke it or what, but he is in some pain. They got like 2 receivers out. Who's left? It's going to be a lot of running and tight ends probably here. Snap, handoff. Jacobs, 3 yards. 1.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Like a bad time to be losing weapons. Packers running out of wide receivers. Tom Grossi signed to the practice squad as wide receiver. Love to play action fake. He's going to throw. Steps up. Throws it. Oh, that's not a good choice. Try to swing it out to the running back on the left side. That wouldn't have gone nowhere. It was incomplete, but he would have been better off just probably running the football, just sliding for a few yard gain. 50 seconds left in the third. 3rd and 7. Big play right here. Big play in this game. Ball at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 7. 50 seconds left. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap. Love looking. Throws middle of the field. Oh, in traffic. And he got it. What a play to Wicks. Wow. That was triple coverage, and he threaded the window. Boom. I mean, that has to be right on time because you wait a split second, the interior defender gets it. There's 3 guys all in the neighborhood, and he gets it right in between those converging guys. That was a hell of a play. 16 seconds left. Final play probably of the quarter. Packers trying to stay in this game down 13. Another quick throw. That's incomplete. Oh, and now he's No, he gets up. He's got his bell rung, it looks like. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Should have caught that ball. 2nd and 10 would have been 3rd and about 5, or 2nd and 5. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2, 1, snap. Hand off to Jacobs, left side, breaks the tackle. Gets through the... look at him. Still going to the goal line. Oh, he's just short of the... Is he in? He is in. Oh, my God. Let's see the Grossi reaction.
Be down at the 1. Yeah, his knee's down.
I think he was down. They gave him a touchdown initially, but he's down right there, down at the 1 yard line.
What a run from Josh Jacobs.
That was a hell of a run. He was breaking tackles. He had a shirt, the undershirt, is super elastic. The guy dragged it. It was like hanging on like a kite. Look at this grab. Stretching that shirt for like a mile. What a run. Talk about Will. Man, it was just breaking tackles here and there, left and right. Almost got it in. Now, if they don't give him the ball to punch this in for the start of the fourth quarter, I would be shocked. So end of the third quarter, 16-3, but Packers knocking on the door. This game's suddenly becoming much, much more interesting. Grid flow. Eagles lost the Hall of Fame center and replaced him with a Pro Bowler. Great O-line development. Peter Chung, Josh Jacobs, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. Ain't over. All right. Got a shout out to my sponsor once again, BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Just another reminder, if you decide to sign up and try your hand at online gambling, check out BetUS with their promo code YouTube150, and you get a 150% matching bonus on your first deposit, and then 125% match on your second, your third deposits. That's more money to play with as you add to your options to spread your money around. Bet with house money. So... again, looking at the odds here on BetUS. Again, here's just an example of a few of the some of the prop bets you can make. Passing yard, Baker Mayfield passing yards, touchdowns, home team total points, rushing yards, Terry McLaurin receiving yards, over under 4.5. Just so many combinations of things you can bet on here. But let's just take a look here at the wildcard games. Again, Vikings -2, favorites over the Rams tomorrow. Tampa Bay -3 right now. So much more you could check out. But make sure you bet responsibly and check your gambling restrictions in your area. Not everyone can play. So, good game. Great game here as we're going down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Packers knocking on the door. Let's see what happens. That shirt's got some elasticity, man. He dragged that thing and he snapped it back, right back to its original form. At the half-yard line, not even a half, it's like the 6-inch line. You know it's coming. Josh Jacobs up the middle. You know what we're going to do? Let's see if we can stop it. And they do not. He gets it on the second attempt. He's in there for the touchdown. So Rossi is happy.
Corn time. We're rousing out here.
All right. He's happy. It's a game. 16 to, what's the score now? 16-9, about to be 16-10. If they make the extra point, this will cut it to 6. Now, this is where I said earlier they missed that extra point. Could that come back to haunt Philadelphia? It is good. It could. It could come down to one final touchdown with an extra point being the difference. We'll see if it makes a difference or not. A lot hinges now. This is anyone's game now. All right. I just wanted an interesting game. Ultimately, I think if I had to choose, I'd prefer the Eagles to move on just because I have more bad memories because the Eagles really have not beaten Seattle. We've had our way with the Eagles, not so with the Packers. So, well, let's see what happens here. It's going to be good. Buckle up and hang on for the ride. Josh Jacobs, man. Again, what I keep saying about the run game, man. Run game. You got to have a run game to succeed, not only to get to the playoffs, but to move on in the playoffs. You got to have a run game. And yeah, it helps to have a Josh Jacobs or a King Henry. But how far away is Seattle from having that run game? Where the run game was our identity for so many years under Pete Carroll. But they've been in search for that replacement of Marshawn Lynch for all those years. He was such a dominant force. Eagles take a knee. They'll take it to 30. And well, they got all these wide receivers out. Reed out. Dobbs out. Watson out for the season from before earlier injury. Crazy. Rouser, is Lockett really retiring? We don't know yet. Nothing official, although he's definitely seemed to hint that could be a very strong possibility. Peter Chow, you should make Chrysostomos reaction to not making the playoffs. I love your videos. Thank you, man. I actually do have a video planned. Chrysostomo, as you just mentioned, part of that. Eagles to throw. Crosser, complete to Goddard for a first down. 11 yards. Larza, would you say Geno is the Rich Gannon of this era, not good until late in his career? Interesting comparison. Did Rich Gannon, did he win a Super Bowl? I don't know how far he got, but Hurst with a keeper. Gets 5. Ooh, hard throwdown at the end there. 2nd and 5. He lost. Oh, that's right. The Bucks 2002, that crazy game where after the Tuck Rule game where the Raiders lost and their trajectory of their team suddenly went the wrong direction. They go to the Super Bowl and they have to play Chucky, the coach of the Bucks, in that game. And the center oddly retired or disappeared. There's a first down run for Saquon Barkley. Looks like he got it. 13:40 left in the game. B58 Ramirez, what's your honest opinion on Geno Smith? Okay. Now Tom Brady owns the Raiders. That's just crazy, right? What's your honest opinion on Geno Smith? All right, here's my honest opinion on Geno Smith, all right? I will say first that he's not the problem for the offense. I've been saying that, and I stick to that. He's also not elite either, but he's not dog crap either. He's better than average. I think he's above average. The problem is you put an above average quarterback in a high pressure, can't run the football, it's all on you offense. Well, the above average quarterback is going to struggle to try to, and here's a tush push coming up, is going to struggle to try to get, to lead consistently without making mistakes because he's not elite. But all these great quarterbacks, whoa, what's this? A trick! A trick! Oh my goodness, they went for the fake tush push and tried to go for the home run, and they missed it. Now it's 4th and 1. The gamble did not pay off. I mean, I give credit for the fact they tried something different, but they did not get the throw they needed. He had a step on him, just overthrew the intended receiver, Brown. Now they will try the tush push for real. Can they get it? One of the biggest tush pushes of the year. He got it. Unstoppable. It is unstoppable. Peter Chayas, how come you're not in the NFC West roundtable anymore? Still think you're the best Seattle fan. Updating on your perspective on the Hawks. I appreciate that, man. Truth be told, the reason I'm no longer on the NFC West roundtable is because as I've said before, I had girls volleyball my daughter's senior season, and a lot of the games often happened on the same days as the roundtable, and I couldn't commit to it because I'm also not just a parent and a fan, but also would do play-by-play or the PA announcing at the game, so I couldn't consistently commit to being on the table. So they wanted somebody who could be there week in and week out, so I couldn't do it. So that is the reason why I could not stay on the panel. Here we go. 2nd and 7 after 3-yard gain. Snap. Swings it out to Saquon on the right side. Not much room, but he gets 3 to make it 3rd and 4. Another huge 3rd down play coming up. Oh, wait, there's a flag late. Out of bounds. Is this a late hit? Oh, man, I didn't think it looked like unnecessary roughness, but it is. Wow, that's huge because that would have been 3rd and 4. Instead, it's a 1st down and add the 15-yard penalty. I did not think that was that late of a play, but let's see. Oh, it's the shove. It was the shove at the end that they got him on because he's clearly out of bounds there, and he does that extra shove way at the end. That's what got him the penalty. That was a dumb play, dude. I did not see that. Peter, understandable. It would have been nice. Being a dad is far important. Grid flow, very tic-tacky to call in the playoffs. So Green Bay was 60 penalty yards, 44 for the Eagles. 1st down to 26. That was a huge play. Huge play to swing things over to the Eagles. Fresh set of downs. Handoff Saquon. Oh boy. 1-on-1, and he gets 6. Was able to... there was a good tackle there by the Packers. Saquon's a little gimpy coming off the field. A little gimpy. It's a good tackle. Ferg, would you rather have won Super Bowl 40 or Super Bowl 49? Oh. Super Bowl 49. I would have liked 40, but 49, just because that would have been 2 years in a row. That feeling of now talking about the dynasty aspect, it would have come, whoa, here we go. 1st down. Gainwell with the nice gain for 7 yards. Gets the 1st down and puts them within closer to that coveted inside the 10-yard line, but it's not quite there. Yeah, even 14 1st downs apiece. Yardage too, 241 to 236 in favor of Green Bay. But right now, the only thing that matters here is this drive. Philadelphia trying to make it. Oh, what a keeper. Hurts gets the left corner. Will he get it? No, he will not. Wow. He actually bounced it outside and maybe actually lost yards in the process. There's a flag down too. He gained 1 before getting knocked out of bounds. And as a hold anyway, so it doesn't matter. It'll be 1st and 20. Would you have rather won Super Bowl 40 or Super Bowl 49? Yeah, so back to that question. Super Bowl 49, just because of the timing, the momentum it would have created, and would have changed the entire schedule start to what Super Bowl or that 2015 season would have looked like. Instead, by losing, it changed the entire dynamic of the start of the next season. And while we made the playoffs anyway, it was a much tougher situation. Then, of course, just the vibe that got changed in terms of the chemistry of the team. Things just weren't the same after that game. First and 20 from the 24-yard line. 10-15 left in the game. Snap it. Looking, throws it to the far sideline on the left. Devontae Smith to the 16. So he gets about 10, 9, 7. Second and 12 from the 16-yard line of the Packers. Snap. Hurts to throw. Looking. Rolls right. Steps up. And there's holding on the play. It won't matter. It's going to come back. Hurts scrambles for 4, but it's for nothing because there was a hold back in the pocket. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stream the Commanders game. It's such a long day of football. 2 games in a row is already a lot. 3 would be like, whew, it's a lot of time in here. No time with the fam. It was the least interesting game of my picks of these 3 games. Joe Kagan, I hope the Texans beat the Chiefs next week. Number 3 Pete on my watch. That'll be interesting. Kansas City gets tough during the playoffs no matter how bad they seem to be playing during the regular season. What's your Super Bowl matchup and winner? I'm going to say Bills, Lions. At least I'm hoping. Though the Ravens looked like a tough out. And, man, I feel like it would be the Bills. I don't know. The Lions are good, but I feel like the Bills would edge them out. Grid flow for Super Bowl 49 was the battle on who was going to be the next dynasty, the Seahawks or the second Patriots dynasty. Patriots won and then won 2 more and made 3 appearances. Yep. Because if Seahawks had won Super Bowl 49, Brady would have had 3 Super Bowls and Russell would have had 2, which is hard to fathom that they would have been almost even. And instead, it just sent the team on 2 different trajectories. Plus, you got to remember, that was the year of the Deflategate, so then he would have been mired in that whole controversy along with the Super Bowl loss. Peterson, NorbCam, would you make Chrysostom a bandwagon Rams fan if they make the Super Bowl since Jimmy G is on the team? If not, how would you think he would react if Jimmy G were to win a ring as a Ram? Good question. That is something. But then, it's like we both share this common enemy. Would Chrysostom switch to the 49ers? But he does have a love for Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a good point. I'll have to consider that in the script. Commanders Tampa is probably the game with the most even matchup, so hopefully a good game. Hurts to throw. 2nd and 22. Complete to Goddard to the 17. Pushing ahead. Still at the 17. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 12? 10? 3rd and 13. Jared, do you think Seattle will move on from Lockett? It all just depends on if Lockett is willing to play for less. 8:35 left in this game. What a good game this is turning out to be. I'm leaning towards Lockett being gone. Like, he's got so much set for his life after football. Oh, what a fake toss. Hurts to the left corner. But he's not going to get there. He's going to be short to the 13-yard line. Did a fake pitch and then cut it back against the grain, but he could not elude the defenders. It'll be 4th down, and he'll have to kick the field goal to make it a 2-score game and make it a 9-point lead, which would make it like I said, a 2-score situation, which is huge because that means the Packers have to score and score again. Gridflow, Jimmy already has 2 rings with the Pats, including one over the Seahawks. That's a good point. You kind of forget about him in his role as backup. And that kick is good. So it's a 9-point lead, 19-10 with 7:33 left, which basically means if the Packers want to have a chance of getting back in this game, they have to score something on this next drive, or it's pretty much lights out. Peter Chum, please pray for us in LA. Yes, I'm a Rams fan because that's where I live. 2 of my coworkers lost their homes. Yeah, scary situation. I have friends down in LA as well. One, I'm not even sure. The last I'd heard is the fires were getting close to their home in Pasadena, and I don't know what the latest is with them, so I hope they're okay. And I hope your coworkers and you as well stay safe from what's happening. I don't know what the latest is. I heard some of the fires were being contained, but I still don't know where things really are. Oh. Okay. FinApp, will you play GTA 6? Oh, for sure. I'm dying for that to come out. Love that game. One of my favorite games of all time. Tyler Roberts, my sister likes to use. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. I might have to do that right now. I might have to rely on the Discord again to hold down the fort while I hit the John. So you guys are up for a moment while I relieve myself. I'll be right back. The kickoff's coming.
Yeah. 11 kills.
Okay. Oh, that's a nice run. Jacobs again. The workhorses put in overtime. Okay. I got it. Thank you, Discord guys, for hanging in there. Here we go. 7 minutes left in the game. Packers needing 2 scores. 4-yard run. 2nd and 6 with under 7 minutes left. Oh, Jacobs a little banged up on the sideline. Man, those guys must be so sore at the end of a game. I mean, I know the linemen are banging against each other all game, but man, the running backs, they take some punishment. B58 Ramirez, do you think DK underperformed this season? It's a throw to the tight end out of bounds after a game of about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Important drive, important play right here. Is he a diva? He's a lot better, right? He's had less personal foul issues than in the past. I feel like he's getting that part of his personality under control. I don't know behind the scenes if he's, a diva. That would mean that it's all about him and he wants the ball. I wouldn't think so from what I've seen, but we don't really know what happens on the sideline into the huddle. Oh, a stymied the run, no gain on 3rd and 3. So now they got a tough decision. I think they have to go for it here. You're kind of in 4-down territory because you got 2 scorers and you're running out of time. Let's get the Tom Grossi reaction on this one.
Ready to go. This might be the ball game.
He's right. This might be the ball game. If you don't get this, this is your last hope.
Oh, come on,
Let's
baby.
get Grossi's reaction in this crucial, potentially game-ending or game-saving play.
Takes the snap. Love fires, and that's going to be caught. Oh, my God. He stepped out of bounds. I think Malik Heath stepped out of bounds. I think it's going to be incomplete.
That's out of bounds.
I think it's going to be
He's right. He's slightly ahead.
He stepped out.
I'm going to pause him because he's about 5 seconds ahead of me.
He caught it, but I think he stepped out.
Let's see. Catch.
Yep.
Out of bounds. Right there by about 2 inches. And Grossi knows it. His season for his team is probably over.
Turnover on downs. Caleb Terrapin, who will be the bandwagon? Nobody. Just hoping for good games then. Damn.
Oh, the pain we all know too well. That might do it. So far, everybody, all the teams are just doing what they're supposed to do, protecting home field. The final game, well, 2 more games to go. The final game of the day today will be the Tampa Bay Commanders game. That is in Tampa, isn't it? Tampa Bay won their division. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else we got? Questions to answer here. Norb, the Seattle Seahawks called you for offensive coordinator. What's your game plan? All right. That's a tough one, right? It's easy to say, they're frustrated with the offensive coordinator, and they say, what would you do? I would definitely, no matter what, I would make sure that the running backs as a whole get at least 20 carries, one way or the other. I would mix it up, definitely get play action. I would create a few more plays with the tight ends, get more involved where they block for 2 seconds and then leak out, because so many times teams do that to us. I would also utilize the running back out of the backfield, same kind of thing where they kind of block for a second and then leak out and you check it down to them, because so many times I would see Geno Smith under pressure, and you freeze the screen, and you see all the receivers with their backs to him. And it's like, what's he supposed to do? It's like he's under pressure. He's got no one to throw to, and he's stuck. So, yeah, minimally, I would do that. All right, here we go. The final moments of this game, the Packers desperately needing some kind of stop, or their season will end one and done in the playoffs. Ball at the 40-yard line. A touchdown here seals it. A field goal makes it a 2 full game, but really it's the time matters now. 5 yards run by Barkley as he continues to just churn and burn yards in time. I don't know how many yards he has right now. Oh, Devontae Smith limping off the field. He got blood on his pants. Nine-point lead. If they were to get a field goal here, it would make it a 12-point game, which still means it's only a 2-score game, a 2-touchdown game. A touchdown makes it a 3-score game, and that's pretty much out of reach. Actually, that's not true. If you got a touchdown and a 1-point conversion, it would make it a 26-10 game, which means still technically 2 touchdowns with 2-point conversions, but that's getting really hard here with 4:53 only left. Packers, did they call a timeout here? Must have called one timeout, their first. I think I did turnovers. What their only hope is really this time. Barkley is stymied, no gain. Oh, and a low. They're going to get it for personal. They're going to get it for unsportsmanlike because they basically stopped him and then they threw him to the ground unnecessarily. Now they're going to get the roughing play, and that's going to make it an automatic first down. This game, if it wasn't already over, that pretty much is like the dagger. Frustration coming out. .447 left in the game. All right. There's more questions in here. Peter Sean, Pacific and Eaton are still at large, but containment has improved, which is something. As a Rams fan, I feel our division is the best despite injuries. Don't worry, I don't hate the Seahawks. It's okay, you know. I expect interdivisional competition, and you're supposed to not like your division. I mean, that's what makes it fun, is to be upset and angry and wanting to beat the crap out of each other. So it's a healthy hate. Grifflo, AJ Brown winning, but he's still frustrated due to not getting catches. I kind of hate diva wide receivers. Or AJ Brown whining, I think is. Winning or whining, I'm not sure. Big difference. Tyler Roberts, I like the Washington Commanders. We play again, you guys, next season. Yes, we do. In Washington. Cheryl Emmett, are you eating pizza tonight? I don't think so. Gridflow, like, why are you mad when you're winning? I'm not sure that question's addressed to. Alena Dahl, to Peter, sending prayers to you and your coworkers. I know 146 firefighters were sent down from Washington State to help out. Also, a flight has brought a bunch of the animals up here for help. Wow. Peter, the Washington Commanders need to be changed to either the Washington Redskins or Washington Wildflowers. Tom Grossi joke. Peter Chan, thank you, Lena. Appreciate that. We're grateful to help from you, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, Mexico, Canada, etc. We West Coasters stick together. Yes. Favorite ice cream? I'm adding mint chocolate chip right now. The run, no gain on the play. Time continues to tick away. Actually, no, they call their second timeout, stopping the clock at 4:42. Favorite ice cream? That's tough, because if I had to choose one for that's going to be the only ice cream I can eat for the rest of my life, that's a big commitment. I mean, I've always been a peanut butter and chocolate guy, so I like chocolate, peanut butter mixed together, like Reese's got a version, and there's other variations out there. But then I also like to change it up and have I'm a sherbet sorbet kind of guy, so I like a good rainbow sherbet to just offset the sweet with a little bit of tangy tartness. So I guess if I had to be stuck with something for life, I'd probably go with the chocolate peanut butter. That's kind of my thing. Joe Kagan, how would you feel about Mike LaFleur as the Seahawks offensive coordinator, son of Matt LaFleur, I think? I don't know much about him. But so far, I haven't been blown away by the candidates they've talked to so far. They're talking to the guy from the Bears. I was like, you want to talk to the guy who was responsible for 3 points in the Seattle Seahawks win? Third down here. Oh, they got an injury for the Packers. They might have to have another. Well, I think they're already. No, they haven't called timeout yet. But with the injury, that might have to stop the clock anyway. Clock keeps rolling. 4th 12. He's not getting off the field, so I guess he's not out. 3rd and 8 with 4 minutes left here at the snap coming. Barkley, bulldozes a guy. Punishing run. Stopped short, though. It's going to be 4th down and 4, so a field goal coming. If you Packers are going to be dreaming of let's block this field goal somehow. And now Walker's down for the count, so they'll have to stop the clock here. 3:42. I guess it's injury timeout, 3:42. A physical game. He's not going to kick? He is going to kick. Look at this hit. Oh, he got stepped on an earlier play. What's up, Seahawks? Eddie, grid flow 93 needs to be cut for that. I'm catching up on the chat here. AJ Brown was going crazy on the sideline. I was saying that his team was winning, so why does it matter that you only got one catch? Well, I think offensively you're frustrated. They're frustrated that they haven't done better offensively. You know, it's been quite a struggle given all the opportunities and turnovers and whatnot. All right, here we go. So 19-10. They're trying to make it a 2-touchdown game if they make this kick. The biggest thing that could change this game is a blocked field goal. That could completely change the game. Other than that, makes it really, 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 really tough. 32-yard attempt, left hash. Timeout called by Philadelphia. He drained it all the way down to the 1 second mark and then called timeout. Let's see. Alena Dahl likes Tillamook Huckleberry ice cream. Huckleberry is all right. It's something in flavor I don't get very often. Cheryl likes Oreo and cookies. I like that too. Fire of Pile 129. Adam Gase, I think suggesting as a offensive coordinator. Ferg says Josh McDaniels. Finap Daryl Bevel. I wonder what he's doing these days. B58 Ramirez, where do you see the Seahawks next season? Well, I kind of went through the schedule. That's a really brief run through. And I said, I think the Seahawks could be 12-5. And my first just sort of run through the schedule really rough. Seahawks Eddie is a cookies and cream guy as well. Here we go. The kick up and it's in there. So it's now a 22-10, 12-point game. 2 touchdowns. And 3:12 left with 1 timeout for the Packers. So not impossible, but pretty tough, especially how banged up they are right now. Larson, who do I want the Hawks to get in free agency? I need to, I got to do a little bit more digging into the current state of available players. Obviously, I want the Seahawks to address their worst weakness, and that's the offensive line. I mean, I feel like I'm really actually fine with the running backs. You know, Kenneth Walker is concerning with the injury issue, but I think with seeing what McIntosh and Charbonnet can do, I feel like the running backs are not bad, and we just got to improve the scheme and help the line out. Receivers, I feel like we're good there. The quarterback situation is not going to drastically change, I don't think, immediately. And hearing the way Coach McDonald talked about that he thinks Geno's the guy, I don't think he's not the type to like blow smoke just for the sake of trying to scheme and try to trick the rest of the league into thinking that he wants to have Geno when he really doesn't. I just don't think that's his style. What else? Defense, I feel pretty good overall. The D-line, the linebacking crew. I mean, there's not a whole lot that I feel like the major of the holes. It's really the offensive line. So, special teams, overall pretty good. So, now here we go. Packers with the ball at their own 30. Love in trouble, and down he's going to go. Let him go. Let him go. Sacked. It just gets worse. Another injury? Oh, my goodness. The center is down now holding his knee. It's getting crazy now. See what Grassi has to say.
There's another injury, and it's Josh Myers, our center. Alex Fire, 11-6, youngest team in the league. Shot the bet tonight. One wide receiver injury away from me suiting up for the pack, right? Right? I'll go to her, $20.
Let's see. Ferg, Russ as a backup? Challenge Gino to play better? Is there any possible scenario where Russell Wilson comes back to the Seahawks? Well, first, we have to figure out, will the Steelers move on from Russ, or are they considering keeping him for another year? They have been playing the dual quarterback thing between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Russ wasn't great down the stretch. And what about the... Oh, so what's going to happen to him next? Will they bring him back? If they don't, well, he's a free agent because he was on a one-year deal. Theoretically, he could sign with anybody if they don't pick him up. What the Seahawks consider? I don't know. Again, the thing is, I said before, I don't think the quarterback was the issue. The lack of the run game was. And so until you fix that, it's just like you're changing the color of the paint and the siding, but your foundation is still messed up. So that's why I still think, yeah, maybe a great quarterback can come in and give you a little bit more an advantage on some things, but fundamentally, without the run game, any quarterback is going to struggle. So hopefully a new coordinator, I believe that's what they're hoping, is that a new coordinator will come in and change that. What did I say? I guess when I went B58 Ramirez, I said 12-5 for the Seahawks. That might be crazy, but we could have been 12-5 this year. We should have definitely beat the Rams the first time around. That would have made us 11-6, and we should have beaten the Giants. That would have made us 12-5. So it's not really that crazy. Heck, we should have beaten the Vikings, so we would have been 13-4. I mean, it's that much margin, right? It's already Mike Shanahan for OC. Hey, H, what's up? B58 Ramirez, you think K9 is another Chris Carson? Another Chris Carson or a CJ Procise? Maybe not as bad as Procise. Procise was like out every other game, but he is starting to have a little bit of that Chris Carson-esque, like great running back who just can't stay on the field consistently enough. That is a concern, and it is a little bit frustrating too. Alena, at least the Hawks being out of the postseason saves them from injuries. It's a good point. Like right now, the Packers, man, just going down one player at a time in a game that they look like they're done anyway. Gridflow, how about Tyreek Hill? While it's tantalizing, oh wow, they had to take the card out for this guy. Yeesh. I guess as far as the price too, if Lockett's gone and they bring Tyreek Hill, it would be nice to have another guy who could stretch the defense, because right now DK is the only one who can do it. JSN's great, but he's not a streak down the field kind of guy. All right, back to the game. 2nd and 13, desperation time as the clock runs again, 2:45 left in the game. Packers got to score quick, holding. He goes deep, and it's caught. Oh, that should be holding on the defense too. But sorry, bro, it's coming back on the offensive hold. Yep. That would have been a 50-yard something play down the field. Unfortunately, tackled the guy who got him beat. Yoop. 237. And the penalty was on the guy who shifted to guard or center because they lost their center just now. Oh, fumble on the snap. Swings it out to the running back on the right side. He's tackled after getting gave him a 5. That could have been even worse. Another flag. Jesus, getting flag happy right now. Oh, and now Love. Oh, no, Love's up, but he looks a little banged up too. Legal man downfield. He's bad snap on the replacement center. Oh, never mind. They negated the penalty, but there was an incomplete pass. Third and 23 with 2:31 left. It's like the Titanic sinking. I don't know. You wonder. I would say, hey, if I had a chance to make the playoffs, I want to be in it, even if it looks like we're not going to go very far. Alena says, I'd rather be not in the playoffs than to be one and done. I don't know. How are Packers fans feeling right now? How are Chargers fans feeling? Steelers fans love to throw. Swings it out to the running back on the near side. Gets a block to the 30, 35. Hey, he's at the first down. He actually got the first down. He needed 19. He got 24. So, still going here as 2:15 left in the game. They got one timeout and a 2-minute warning. So, if they could score quick, they'd have to get an onside kick. Kind of want them to score just so I can see an onside kick because onside kicks are fun. They're so much fun. They're so hard to get. AH, I remember your initials. Grid flow, top guards are Trey Smith, Zach Martin, Mickey Becton, Kevin Zeitler, Brandon Scherf. Any one of those? Oh, a hard hit, but he did get the first down after gain of 16. Becton, Scherf. I mean, they've done the used guards. They did the Tomlinson thing and the Connor Williams thing, and that just didn't work out. Those guys both struggled. One guy left, and it's 2-minute warning. I guess that's these questions. Jaron, I think 49ers will look a whole lot different next year on the defensive side. Yeah, I wonder if that means in a good way or a bad way. The Rams definitely, or the 49ers definitely are undergoing some major changes in a way that's kind of going the other direction. Grid flow. So the Packers could have gotten the 6th seed if they just beat the Bears, who they beat for like 10 times in a row. They could have avoided this and played the Bucks. Good point. It just goes back to just like the Seahawks. We could have been one win and we would have been in one of these games, hosting a playoff game. And I'd be going to that game. I would have been watching that game either tomorrow night or today. Instead, I'm here with you fine people, as Leonardo DiCaprio said in the movie Titanic. Alena's doll says, yes, but is it worth losing players to the injuries? That's assuming they're going to get hurt, Alena, right? And I think I don't know. They're the people who go the extreme, like, let's tank for the top draft pick the following season. I was like, no, you're going to just take an entire year and throw it all away. Or a playoff's a little bit different. I think on this one, I think it made the blow less bad that we didn't get in, because I know that if this team were to get in, they don't have a running game. And I've been saying the whole time, you got to have one to succeed. So is it kind of like, yeah, we would have gotten in, but yeah, we really would have gotten smoked? It's that feeling like there's times when you have a good team like the Bengals who just kind of messed up early on and dug themselves too big of a hole, but they actually have a good team and an offense that can hang, and they just dug too big of a hole and couldn't get out of it. That's the team where you go, man, we could have done some damage. And the Seahawks, a little bit different. They could have gotten in, but yeah, offensively, I don't think they would have had the firepower. Just too much pressure on Geno without being able to run the football. Cheryl, I do not care for the Green Bay hype man because he was talking about Seattle Seahawks so bad last season. You're talking about Grassi? Jaron asking, how's Pat doing? I appreciate you asking. Pat's he's doing all right. He's been dealing with a lot with the loss of his mother. Jordan Love throws deep, end zone, picked off. Let's get the Grassi reaction.
Love's third interception of the game, and that should be game. 22-10, 1:51 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, and that pretty much says it right there. It was kind of a hope and a prayer anyway, but that pretty much finishes that one. So, yeah, Pat's been definitely struggling. I haven't seen him. I've talked to him multiple times on the phone. I plan to get together with him sometime soon here because obviously I had to leave on our trip right when things were getting tough. I saw him right before our trip and at a memorial dinner that they had. So, but yeah, he's definitely going through a tough time right now. But I do look forward to seeing him back at games next year. That definitely will be something he'll be back for. So that's one positive that I look forward to. Lena says, our players gave it their all in the last game. I prefer it this way, so I know they will do even better next year. Tyler P., am I going to stream the night game? I don't know. It is a marathon to do all these 3 games. We'll see. I'm 50-50 on it. Here, Norb, thoughts on John Cena retiring this year from the WWE? I'm the last person you want to ask about the WWE. I have no vested interest in it. So, John Cena, I enjoy him in what he's doing off the ring and in entertainment and movies and things like that. So, I enjoy that part of it. Here's a run to Barkley. They just, look at him bust through. And he's going to slide down smartly. Because he could have scored on that one. He actually slides to just basically say, look, we're not going to pile on any more points. Let's just call it good. Because he could have gone all the way. He had, let's see how wide open this was. He was gone to the races, and he actually put the mercy brakes on. That's pretty good. Let me see what Grassi has to say about that.
Go. One more kneel down, and with that, the Green Bay Packers season will come to an end.
Well, there you go. Welcome to the party, pal. And that's it. Eagles win. Was interesting for a while, but 22-10. Packers are out. Eagles are moving on. And there's 2 more games of the wild card left tonight. Trying to decide if I'm going to do this one more time or I might just take a break. We'll see. But I'm going to sign off for right now. Thank you guys for joining. Before I do so, I do got to shout one more time to the sponsor of this video, BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. If you had bet on the home teams that were favored, you would have gotten your money. BetUS, use that code YouTube150. If you sign up, you get 150% bonus to your first deposit, 125% on your second and third, and lots of options that you can explore. Not just football, but multiple sports and even non-sports are there for the wagering. Just make sure you gamble responsibly and make sure that online gambling is legal in your area. But if you do, have fun with it. Only spend what you can afford to lose, all right? And that's it. So I want to thank everybody for watching on this game. It's gone kind of the way we've expected. That was a little bit more entertaining, though. They did make it close for a while, but so far it's been all the home teams pretty much dominating and winning so far. We'll see if that trend continues. For now, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys on the Discord. Thanks for the chat, everybody. And it's fun to watch the games with you. It's fun to have you guys, too. People are asking me to stream this game. I don't know. Maybe I should stream this game. What do you want, D? Nor do you want DK next year? I do want DK next year. The Eagles did not impress me today. I think Lions will win the NFC. I wouldn't hate that. Besides, the Eagles have been there, done that. I want to see something new. Norb, what Seahawks do you think we're going to lose this offseason? I'm thinking Lockett, Reed, and Job. I'm kind of with you there. I don't know if that's the end of the list, but those three most likely, yes. I hope Lockett comes back in some kind of revamp deal, but he might just be ready to go. You know what? It's been great, but I've got my rest of my life to get to, so we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. If I do stream, you'll see my live stream link come on. Hopefully you get notified, but I'll get that set up in the next 15, 20. I gotta eat something. Starving. All right, you guys. Good night, everybody. Fun times, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Go Hawks.